Good evening, this is Notoriously Human, and welcome to the grand finale of our Seleucid live stream Empire. Wait a minute, Seleucid Empire live stream. Oh my days. So, suffice to say, you should be able to hear me, and you should be able to hear some excellent, what is it called, Arabic summer music going on in the background. Do let me know if you can hear me and if all is grand. Looks like we have a good connection this evening. And despite me not being able to speak properly, apparently, all is good on my front. So I can see Robert Lawrence, 1746, says, good evening to you, sir. A goodly evening, one should say here, of course. I can see 6 of us are already here, and lovely to have you among us. I can see Ciprianus, Togalium, top of the morning to you. Top of the evening, I will say, yes, indeed. But obviously, many people around. New music, can hear you. Okie pokey. I can hear the music fairly loud in mine, but it might just be that it's going to take a moment to come through. It might be that I just need to bring us over to the game proper, although that has just finished anyway, that bit of music. So here we are a few turns on from last time. Obviously last weekend we had ourselves a live stream. We did stuff and things. We took over a lot of settlements, actually. We took about 15 or 10, sorry. We're up to 55 at this stage. So we're basically done, but we just haven't taken Rome, of course. Now, last time we did a good job of smashing up some of the Brutii, didn't we? So we took over southern Italy, we took Salona, we took Tylus and Campuskete. Oh yes, we were stabbed in the back by Thrace, so we had to go and kill them. That's a bit of a shame. But it is what it is. So they're now dead. So today we need to go and take Rome and move on from there. That'll be lovely. Good evening, can't hear music, but I can hear you. The music's a bit louder on my side this time, so hopefully you can now hear it. I will just check on the game options. The music might actually be off, to be fair, because muted music. No, it says it's quite high. So the music should be on now. Hello, Aiki158. Yes, so you should hear the music now. It's fairly loud in my ear, but we will see. So, as I say, we need to go and take Rome. Now, you might notice that some things are a little bit different from last time, because I've done a few turns through the week to try and set us up for today. Mostly just kind of a lot of Empire admin, because last time, yes, during the live stream with 50-odd settlements, we really don't want to be spending our time on the admin. So I've got most of the sea under control. We've got boats around just to make sure we can see most of it, which is excellent. But as for the rest, well, we need to take over some of the land. And you might notice, yes, this wasn't Julii last time. No. So this turn, it just got bribed by this diplomat, Marcus Pedius, who you might notice is going to be met with a couple assassins, 39% and 24%. Fine. Well, we'll give it a chance because, yes, he's managed to bribe the settlement off of us, which is rather annoying. So we're going to hopefully lop his head off for the temerity of bribing the settlement. What ridiculous nonsense. So he's going to have a little look around. Don't worry, lad. It's all our armies around here. Give him a good conk on the head. And he failed. You, sir, can you try it as well? But yes, apart from this, I don't think too much has happened. I think we took maybe one settlement. I'm trying to think if I did what that would be, but I'm not entirely sure. So give it a go, lad. Conk him on the head. Look over your shoulder. And kablamo! Have you done it this time? No. That's a bit disappointing, to be honest. We would at the least then burn down the city. So we're just going to auto-resolve this one. It is fine. One person got killed. Well done to that man. Now you might have noticed actually as well that the Romans have now made it to the marine reforms. So yeah, I can see early legionary cohort over there. As I say, it's only a few turns later, but they seem to have managed to spam out many more than 3 turns worth of units. Convenient that, because AI is definitely not cheating. Obviously not. So there we go. Now we could actually kill him the old-fashioned way. We could kill him the kind of slightly tedious way. Maybe we should do that. Let's do that. So yes, we'll basically just surround him. That's going to have to be the way. And I like to think when we surround him that we just slowly walk up to him in all directions and he just gets kind of Julius Caesared, basically. I think that's just how this goes down. So we'll just give everyone. Oh no, you cocker spaniel! You mucked it up. Okay, can we shut? No, we've ruined it. I'm afraid. Actually, this might make it easier. It might make it easier because actually he's got nowhere else to go. So go on to his tile. Thank you, sir. And that should now kill him, but we have made a somewhat a mess of all of this. So, get on his tile. That's your job, pikeman, to kill him. He deserved to die. Now, the Julii don't even know that that was a vicious, brutal killing. So, we'll just maybe get everyone back in the town at this point. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Okay, so the job's done. We've got Tarentum back. We've delivered a brutal blow to the Julii now, which we hadn't done until this point, which is excellently good news. Now, the other thing you'll notice is that, yes, we're very much queuing up to fight Rome. Now, I did besiege Capua in the kind of few turns we had in between the 2 weeks here, and I found that the Romans turned up. So I wanted to make sure we save that for live battles. So I take a step back, and now we're taking another step forward. So we got ourselves here Ptolemy Sidetes, who is a nobody. Why are you leading this army? I'm not sure. This guy's probably the slightly better choice. But unfortunately, he's now stuck leading the army, so we've kind of got the wrong guy in charge of all of this. That's mildly annoying. Okay, well, he's going to stand there, basically, and hopefully they'll take us on. If they do, we've got the chariot army behind us. We've then got an elephantine behind them. We've then got a slightly more... just kind of extras kind of army. Pretty good one, though, at that, second army. And then we've got some people, basically, to stand in the cities. So that's absolutely grand. The other thing is, you might notice we've got a boat here. This boat does actually have Alexander the Conqueror, the factionaire who has himself a big pile of pretty mean-looking units. So we're going to dump him onto land, and I'm going to say we just put the elephants here, put the elephants right here as an ambush elephant. I like a good ambush elephant. In fact, we can send a few of you chariots as well to be part of their ambush. Excellent. Now, Alexander the Conqueror, do you actually have any ambush traits by any chance? I don't see anything about it, sadly. Bit of a shame. We could have used a fun ambush, but alas not. So, we're going to send him to Rome. Gate is not open for us, but it's fine. We're going to get ourselves some ladders. We can just stroll on in. They've got Triarii and Publius the Raffle. So we have now Rome under attack. They are potentially going to attack us here. If not, they're going to come back and they're going to get hopefully ambushed by elephants. That's going to go really, really well. It might not work, but we'll try it. Yes, being ambushed by elephants. Jeju C3X. Yes, not impressive scouting, I would suggest. But maybe I'd like to think that there'd be panics. So I'm going to give them the opportunity to go and get ambushed by the elephants. The Julii can't actually reach us, so I suppose we could actually take Rome next turn. It'll be a very, very short stream indeed. We do have other jobs to do, though. Over in the north, Hyperborea. Themyscira is under siege. Now, the Dacians were here, you might remember last time. They've clearly been brutally beaten back. The Amazon chariots even higher than they normally have their experience, which is of interest. So these guys are going to go down. Well, these ladies are going to go down. You'd think we've got plenty of units to do that. We could actually start there, actually. I think we're ready to do that. Yeah, we can head in there whenever we like, so we will go and do that soon enough. Now, as for the other forces, we do have... Where is the Emperor? Oh no, it was the Emperor, sorry, who just took this over. So yes, Aristarchus the Cunning has finally made it out of Larissa after that plague that he got when he landed there. We have just smashed up the city that we built. Get ourselves some stuff and things. But yeah, 79 years young. He is still with us somehow. And these days he is full of unquenched anger, and he's a killer from necessity because, you know, he wants to kill people who bribe things. So, you, my good sir, can you come and join the elephant army? And I think your good friend Cassandros, who has, you know, been involved with you as well, you can come and join. We do have a decent set of forces here. They could just continue onwards, but we won't do that right at this moment. Other than that, I think we're largely just kind of keeping things as they are. The plan today is to win, so we're going to take SPQR over. But if we kill them, we do still want to maybe just see if we can finish off some of the Romans as well. We'll see how much we have time for today. I might do a little epilogue if I feel like we want to do that. So I think then we better go up to Hyperborea to Salazar Themyscira. Let's take them on. So we got a load of levy pikemen, but more interestingly, we bought elephants and we actually bought some scythe chariots. So we're going to take on the Amazonians with this lad. Excellent stuff. So, first perfected by Hannibal. Yes, the good old ambush elephant. In many ways, it kind of was Cyprianus Tugalium there with that comment. Yeah, absolutely lovely. So we'll head into this battle to start off with today. And foes are gathering. Yes, if you want to keep the ladies waiting, I'm sure we left our shoes off and she's mightily annoyed about it. I wish I'd honoured you. We could potentially just honour them from up here. I think we tried that in a previous episode. It didn't work. Bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Let's just get all the rams. Ram! Chariots always work well in cities, so we should definitely have them at the ready. We will though send the elephants, see if the elephants can take them out. If not, we'll send the locals in to finish the job. Maybe though, sir. Maybe you want to do that. You're 80 experience. So we'll see who wants to come and finish the job. We might as well get a few holes in the wall. Because, quite frankly, it can be messy. I think it's fair to say. So we'll speed this up as we get them going. Wonder Woman, I am scared. Yes, indeed. The Hunter Milfs, a convenient name for this particular battle, of course. So this guy has got a ram burnt down. Well done. You have succeeded in being ineffective here today. But we do have 4 holes in the wall. So grab the elephantes and send them in. I'm just going to get us, if the game will let me. Thank you very much, rams. Yes, let's get our elephants in and see what they can do. Now, the classic thing with the Amazonian chariots is they are very good in, actual battles, but they're a lot better in the auto-resolve. Now, they are very good at crushing morale, they're very good at shooting people down. They are looking a bit wonky, to be honest. I think the whole thing looks a bit wonky to me right now, but it's fine. So we'll get the elephants in, see what they can do. We will send the general in. I think it's his fantasy, to be honest. So why not? We'll give it to him, and if he can survive, then he can take over Amazonia while Rome doth fall back in the west. Lovely stuff. Okay, so elephants are taking an interesting route. Probably because the unit's in 7 sort of different locations on the map at the same time. Let's speed it up then whilst we get ourselves moving onto double speed because, yeah, Mr. General might get himself killed here. It seems quite likely. But the elephant's going to come in as well, so we'll see how it goes. How are you feeling, sir? Not feeling so clever right now. Blow the horn of destiny! And with that, how are you going to do? Because you should get shredded pretty badly. There are though elephants coming in this way, and that might just help him. He's doing a good job, actually. Not too bad. Get yourself over here. Take care of the one in your rear, sir. And the elephants are going to come on in over this way. And the elephants should do a very good job against these chariots, to be honest. They should be ploughing them down. Indeed, excellent choice of phrasing picked all around. And I think Mr. General will be fine. A beautiful, excellent unit getting absolutely melted. It's just what you need to see. But you will just lose this battle if you're auto-resolve. Occasionally see the Germans take it, but Dacia have failed clearly several times at this point. They did send a general as well. Our general is getting shot down. He is getting shredded quite badly, and he might get flattened by an elephant soon. They are shaken, and as we know, elephants in cities can never go wrong if we learn anything from all the episodes of this here campaign. Now, on the note of this campaign, obviously this is the grand finale, so after this, we do have a new campaign. Now, I haven't looked at the vote. Oh dear, Mr. General. Down he goes. The enemy general's dead, not our general. Sir, try and get away from them right now. Just get away from the elephants. We'll let the elephants run amok. That's fine. He's going to run over here and it will be good. Yes, I haven't checked the vote today. Yesterday it was about 39% voting for Dacia next and about 36-7% voting for Numidia, with Spain more about 25%. So Spain looked like it wasn't in the running, but it looked like Dacia were winning so far. So whenever our next live stream is, it's looking like Dacia right now, but I'm not calling the vote when it was, yeah, fairly close. Anthony Frusetti 7470 says lovely content. Thank you very much, my good sir. And I'm going to say, can Mr. General finish this without being killed by the elephants? Because the elephants have mostly cleared them out. So unless the General dies right at the death here, which he might be trying to do, looks like we've managed to do it. Very nice. So I think there's still the odd chariot just lost down odd street. Yes, you get yourself over there to finish them off. Absolutely excellent work. Now, as for the vote, I'm just going to see if I can get myself onto that right now, but it might be a bit difficult when I'm on my current screen. So, Dacia. Oh, I can see. I think I have managed to open up the vote, or just the comment section. The app is very strange sometimes. Sometimes it just lets you do certain things and not other things. So, is the General going to survive or not? Down goes the last of them, I think. Just about. I think there's maybe one stuck in the side street. Oh yeah, they're still over there. Okay, I'm just going to send all cav. Come and finish them off, please. I said that, actually. The elephants are... Actually, all cav out here. Maybe don't, actually. Maybe just leave it to the General, because the elephants are coming out. The elephants are... Okay, well, this has obviously happened again. Well, let's start the day how we plan to go on. These guys are very well disciplined. They're well trained. They're leaving a gap for the elephants to walk through. Some of them are foolishly not leaving. He's egging him on. He's egging him on. Oh, lovely. The thing is, we can retrain these lads. It's fine. Their death means nothing to us. Although it would be nice to finish this battle off now. So I have a feeling he might still manage to die. There's still 3 chariots here. That's plenty enough for him to get himself killed, I would say. So... Can you manage it, sir? Can you manage to live, or are you going to die? Die like the fool you might well be. He's a Greek general after all, so wouldn't be surprising if you managed it. Their general's already dead. Down it goes, we've won! Oh, he did it. Excellent work, everyone. Excellent work. I'm proud of you all. So there we are. They took out the general in a final fit of rage. EK 158. Indeed they did. Lovely stuff. A vote for Spain. It looked like Dacia won the vote last. I checked. Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't actually check on my YouTube Studio app as far as I can see. I can see the comments. I can't actually see the post itself. Very strange. And this is why I never bother with any bombs. Yeah, we've been steady in this battle, to be fair. But I would agree, not the most sensible. We will enslave because that's the morally horrendous thing to do with this particular settlement. So there we are. Low tax rate. We'll get gold. Send them to the mines. Lovely. And we'll get a spy. It's always good just to have a spy around. Although we already have a spy. Don't worry about that. All is absolutely fine. So there we are. We live up here now. He might just go for a little tour around his territory, make the place revolt. It seems like they want him there. So he's going to have a great time. Carpus the Conqueror. Carpus, I read that as the carpenter there, but he's not the carpenter. He is the conqueror, and he has conquered the Amazonians. So isn't that just marvellous news? I think otherwise, though, it is just a case of ending our turn. So we will grab ourselves our file, Solution 1, and get going. Marvellous. So this happened to Pyrrhus when he besieged Sparta. His elephants ran amok indeed. That is, oh, they've actually finally done something with those armies. They've been wandering around for a while. Actually, they did attack Salona last time. Now, oh, how did you get here? There was a second army. How very clever. Okay, we'll just pull back because that wasn't how I planned for that to go. Clear defeat. Okay, fine. They are going to give me stuff. Dacia are friendly. Oh, very nice. Now, Dacia, we apparently can't be friends because apparently you were allies with one of our enemies in the past, but we can be as friendly as can be, so we'll take it. Sadly, the elephant ambush has not succeeded. I'm deeply saddened by it. It's a bit of a shame, but we can still go and take them on, so we're going to go and take them on. It's not the best army in the world, but it will have to do, damn it. You get yourself over here, a couple ladders, a couple towers, it'll all be fine. And bring that army around there as well. Bring the elephant army around to the rear side of Rome, just because why not? And bring this guy up towards the Julii, just to threaten them, really. We shall see. You, sir, can just come around this way. Was that a rebel force? It was a rebel force. Interesting. Chariot army, you know your job. Your job is to mop up random rebels. So that's good. You probably lost more than you should have, but it's fine. Send that chariot army to back up that guy. Now we have more of our best units coming in as reinforcements. Oh, good old Silver Shield Pikemen and Cataphracts. And these have Silver Sword and Shield. That's very nice indeed. So, you, sir, can come and join him. Now, we do have... I did mention earlier that the reforms have happened. But our reforms happened first, damn it. And we have finally managed to get some of them to arrive. So, Silver Shield Legionnaires are coming on in. And they are just about here to join the party. I think there's more over here. That's just a random force from, I think, Cyrene. That's okay. And where's the other boat? There's another boat here. Not you. Not you. You. You! There we go. Yeah, so we got 3 Silver Shield Legionnaires over there. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, get those onto the land next turn. That will be marvellous. And I would say it's probably time just to go and smash up Rome. So, money has been lost. Hatra has expanded. Yeah. All of our money, as you can probably see, is just invested in lines and lines of buildings at this point. Just get them built. In fact, we probably don't even need to worry about any of that stuff at this point. Athena is dead. Oh dear. Athena's dead, so there goes the support of the gods. You can see, yes, all the pantheons are finally coming to fruition. Isn't that just absolutely lovely? And I don't think there was any actual new towns being completed there, so we need not worry. Okay, over here. They have themselves some infantry, nothing too good. Not a great force in our town, but we'll be able to survive. Over here, similar story, not our best force. We'll probably be fine. Let's just see what they do, because we could finish off the Brutii. They're probably the best positions to be ended, I would say. So we'll see about that. We might as well try and lop the head off one of these guys. I seem to have clicked off the map. We'll never know. Oh, he went the wrong way. So you might as well try this guy instead. There we go. He's now dead. Well, someone died. So we got the message. Good news. Right. Well, we'll just take on the general. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know that we'll win this, to be honest, but we might as well give it a go. We've got elephants. We've got phalanx pikemen. It's a bit of a mid-game army, but it will do. Before we get into that, actually, worth saying, this is our first armoured war elephant. So we're going to try get them involved in this war. It's a bit early in the game, really, because we're only 40 years in. So, yeah, we possibly could have really focused on getting Antioch growing quicker. But Antioch, actually, we better do the old movement trick on this. Yeah, just click on the boat, not the actual unit. And you can get it to go a bit further, so we will indeed do that. Get him moving along. Nice. Okay, let's head into this Roman battle. As I say, not our best force, but it's fine. This is an extra army I wasn't expecting to face. So this is all the kind of classic force. They do have one town watch. Wow, they are scary. So let's head on in. Let's take them down. Hopefully, 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 hopefully. So, damn, the vote on the new campaign happened already. Just yesterday's vote. I put it up yesterday because I don't know if we can do next weekend as a live stream or not. Just thought I'd have the vote done in advance, but it was pretty close last I saw. It's been like 3% in it between Dacia and Numidia. So I would suggest that, yes, your vote still very much does count. So let's get ourselves... This looks very much like the... the name of the battle's completely gone out of my head now. We do not have enough infantry for this battle, by the way. We should probably leave our line further on the far back side. I might actually use... Yeah, you know what? I might actually use that if they don't get too close. If they're going to be a bit slow about things. So, let's get our line into position. You guys can just cover a flank. You know what? You just cover this flank because that's going to be the quiet side of the battle, I would say. So you guys can put your javelins in. I'm going to say we just get a classic sort of chariots over on this side. And I'm going to use our elephants, but I'm not going to use them... yeah, I'm going to use them on one flank. We'll get them moved into position when the time is right. So they are, yeah, sadly, they are going to just come on in. So if they're if they were designed to sit back a bit, I would try and use the rock as like an angle. I might still be able to, but we shall see. Yeah, there is a little bit of an opportunity there, but not too much. Just going to do that. I might send the chariots then just to be difficult. Okay, we've seen this before, but we might as well just try and distract them a little bit. So I'm going to say you guys, just get 2 of you over there. Let's just make sure we got a couple units over there to cause them trouble. And you know, I'm just going to leave. Oh, they're really rushing in, aren't they? They are rushing in. Interesting. If they're going to send the general rushing forward, I'm just going to send my chariots into him. That's fine. I might get these guys then off phalanx and just run him. Just get everyone running. I kind of want to use this to protect me a little bit. So we'll do that. And you 3, just head into these 2 guys. Just get those veletae kind of cleared up. That general is flying on forward and he's getting himself right into position with my lads. Yeah. Just try and get on top of him. Now, it looks like we've managed to largely get our guys in position over here. That's fun. I'm just going to say, now I can see a little bit more precisely. Yeah, that's the angle. That's the angle I want. So, chariots. Get yourself back up the hill. You'll shred the general as you do it. But we're just going to disrupt them right now. I actually do want to have a proper sort of front-on battle here with my guys. Down he goes! Good. So yeah, I actually don't mind having a big proper battle, but I just want to make sure we have the angle for it because I'm a bit short on cav. Or sorry, a bit short on infantry, so we just need to be a little bit careful with that. Let's get the chariots back out for the time being. They've done their job. They've bought us time to get into position. At this point, phalanx pikemen, get yourselves in and into phalanx mode. You get yourself over there. We got the bodyguard and we got the war elephants who basically need to come over here because they're just going to plough along the line when the time comes. So that's basically their job. So chariots. Oh, the chariots are. There's some routing. Oh no, it's all them. It's all them. Good news. Okay. So are they going to come on in to take us on, or are they going to be too afraid of all these guys on their flank? Because I don't blame them. But I'd say we're in a pretty good position. Yeah, just kind of blocking the rock there. I do like it when you get a good pride rock. They seem like they are potentially a bit too distracted by elephants. Okay, you can be distracted by elephants if you want. You charge into those Principe. These guys can just take care. You know what, chariots? Your job is to take care of the reinforcements. Let's not even worry about the main battle. Are they not worrying about the main battle either? I have a feeling they're not worrying about this battle anymore. I think they're just running away. So we might just have to plough, unfortunately. Another great plan has been ruined. Ruined! So you get yourselves forward, chase them down. You know what, General? Alexander the Conqueror, you don't become Conqueror by not charging down veletae. So go and do that. Make sure the next general does indeed go down. Elephants are ploughing. Good ploughing. I was just going to sweep across the line, but if they're going to be like this, we will get some good charge in from the elephant as well. So I'll very much take that. You guys need to probably swing across. Yeah, you know what? Get yourselves up in that direction. The elephants will catch up. Elephants, get over here now. Damn it. Right. Chariots are, I'm just going to say, get themselves over here. You just hit those guys who are right in front of us. Very nice. There are some trio over here. Apparently, we, I suppose, need to go and clear them out. Elephants, be quicker, damn it! He says as he tells them to walk by accident. Triarii over there. They are right on the line, sadly. General, go and hunt them down. Okay, most of them are going to get slaughtered here, but just sadly not quite as effectively as I wanted. Not quite in the way that I planned either. One of the elephants can just turn around and make sure that those Triarii are indeed gone. But yes, Mr. General, you will just need to get on top of those veletae. Like right now, turn into them, you utter fool. Oh, people are flying. Yeah, they are not having the best time, thanks to the elephants. Excellent news. Yes, the Armour War elephants would be nice to bring along. We haven't got any in the war yet. I don't know if they'll arrive today, if they have to be in the epilogue. But either way, we'll make sure we see them in one way or another. Absolutely marvellous. So, I cast my vote for Numidia, as it should be. You know what? Numidia would be my vote, which is why I'm currently saying the vote is close, keep on voting. I quite like to do that. Actually, I haven't done Dacia in such a long time. But having done the tier list, I was really feeling like, I'm quite in the mood for Numidia. I feel up for that challenge right now. But I'm happy to go with Dacia if that's what you want, because Dacia's a good fun faction to play as well. They can be pretty awkward sometimes. But basically, I just play them like Thrace, same plan as Thrace, except your first step is to take Thrace. So you just start like a few steps behind that. But we'll see when we get to that. We have a few units left to mop up, but they're all basically gone at this point. So we killed 2 Roman generals, took out most of them here, about 80% going to go down. Game isn't too happy with times triple speed. Yes, triple speed on this. Who have we got left? This guy over here. Everyone come and hunt them down. I'm pretty sad that we didn't get to use the infantry line properly here. But the way I play with Cav just means you end up turning the skirmish into full round. Absolutely lovely. Where do you vote? Robert Lawrence, 1746. If you just go on the polls on the channel, the community thread, the polls thread, you can see it there. It'll be the most recent one. Alexander the Conqueror, proving his name to be well chosen because, yeah, they were brutally slaughtered there. So some good war elephant usage. By that I just mean charging down people who are running away, but I'd say that's good. Victory and honor. I don't know how much honor there is in butchering Romans, but I'd say why not? Let's not do what Hannibal did, and let's actually, you know, like immediately besiege Rome after getting the elephant ambush somewhat effectively underway. Good. So you, sir, you just besiege or blockade the port. This guy broke out of the blockade last time, so that's fine. We can just send our boats around to cause them more problems. Oh, very nice. It's a bit of scouting as we go. Okay, so Spain's the Bull Warriors, 2 HP precursor javelins. Yeah, they are very good, but they're also from a specific temple, which just means that when you take other territories, you've only got to rebuild your temples for 6 turns to then get the unit out 2 turns later. It just means you can't kind of take over a town and then suddenly have good like good units available, because a lot of factions, when you expand, you're just able to use the infrastructure of the last town just to kind of help you just keep moving. But Spain don't have that quite as much. Scutari are solid enough, but yeah, the Bull Warriors, they're fine, but they're a bit too much to recruit to be really convenient useful. Don't play Spain so prode. Germans at least get Berserkers. They do indeed. Berserkers are good fun. Germany were quite slow though when we did the live stream as them. It was very slow build up. And I will say right now, we haven't really got a big doom attack on Rome here. Like we have very much taken out their forces, so it might just be an auto resolve. We do have this guy over here to take on as well, which we could do actually. So we could do another chariot one, but in a way, we're always better off getting rid of the siege and just doing this as a big battle. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Gaius the Harsh is just going to take on... yes, indeed, that's the enemy. Gaius the Harsh is going to take on Ptolemaeus Sedates. This young lad, he wants to prove himself. 31 years young, probably married into the family, I would guess. He is a bit of a better force. The Silver Shield Pikemen, some Cretians, Onagers, a couple of War Elephants, Companion Cav. We haven't actually seen those yet. And reinforcements are just chariot armies. It's going to be amazing. You get mid tiers. Which faction is that for? Sorry, Rois 1698. I'm not entirely sure. Do you mean Spain? Spain in general is just very mid to meh, I find. They've got okay units, but just nothing very good apart from those Bull Warriors. Just find them a bit awkward to get to, and their cavalry is pretty poor. Okay, get yourself in there. I mean, you know, Long Shielded will be pretty good at the start. They're another one of those factions that you kind of just need to do your work quickly. So let's head on in. Rather than dealing with this siege and just sieging it out, which would be boring, let's have a big field battle and give SPQR a chance here. This is a better army, so let's have a little look-see. Sadly, you don't really get good speeches as these guys. So the only thing is, the Scipii will be coming from this way, because that's the town. Yes, they could come behind us if I'm not careful. So I'm probably going to set us way back. Oh, actually, this is a little bit of a hill. We don't really want to be too far down the hill. You know what? I'm gonna say, let's just get ourselves at the back for this time being. The only thing is, the side chariots might be complete lunatics and just win it without us having to do anything, which would be slightly upsetting, but also quite amusing. So we'll see about that. We'll go into flaming shots because that's going to be great fun when we flaming shot our own elephants. That will inevitably happen. And companion cav, cataphracts, general, you can just come behind the lines. I'm just going to reorganize as the battle begins because I just want to make sure we got our positioning right. I think the game just crashed, by the way. It didn't like that. Not sure why. Let me just get ourselves back at this point onto the background. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna I've got to load the game back up. Right. Not sure why that crashed. Why did it not like that battle? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It should be back in a moment. Fear not. Chosen Archers are solid, yeah, indeed. Chosen Archers very good. It's a shame Germany don't get any earlier Archer though. It does mean you're waiting quite a long time. Their towns are small, growth is slow. It does take a fair while to get your Chosen Archers, but they're very, very good. They can be one that you can win quickly, obviously if you want to, but they're quite a good slow burn. If you want a slow burn, they're quite isolated really, Germania, if you want them to be. So I'd say it's quite an interesting one. But yeah, the sun location's quite low population. It's quite poor in terms of like the economy and things. So Germany is a good slow burn, a bit like Britannia. You can kind of sit in your corner. So we'll see how the battle feels the second time round. Not sure why that crashed. It isn't the way the game normally crashes. Normally the crashes are loading between I've realised what is generally happening with the crashes I get. Is generally speaking, actually I might come this way this time. Yes. So what generally is happening is like the change between the resolution on the campaign map and on the battlefield. I do have them different, generally speaking, as I do here, and that can cause some problems. Like the game has to kind of adjust. Now, when I live stream, I have a different resolution, and that presumably is why I don't have the crashes on this. Which is just as well, to be honest. It'd be very annoying otherwise. So, get our managers over here. Who are you, Mr. Elephants? Okay, just get yourselves in position. Start the battle again. Oh no, it's not happy with this battle apparently. Okay, I would say, I know I actually didn't put the screen back on for you. I apologise. The game will reload. We might have to skip this battle. For whatever reason, it's not happy with it. I'm not really sure why. So we'll just we'll get ourselves back in the game. It will all be fine. Right, reloading it is. So let's just reload. Seleucia 2. But yeah, sadly, it's not having this, and I'm not sure what is doing it. I'm just gonna have a little look-see. We'll just withdraw from the battle a moment. Just withdraw. As I say, it's not the normal problem that I get. So we'll put this back under siege. We might just have to skip that battle. It's so strange. Anyway, it is what it is. As for Thapsus, they are actually starting to come at us over here, by the way. There has been, well, it was a light poke. I think Numidia have attacked us in both these towns, actually. But we don't need to worry about Numidia. They don't matter. We did, though, have a boat over here. Yes, I was organising an army. Just to go in, grab some more territory if I could. So, you, over there, Lillibeum, how happy are you? Really, really unhappy. That's a shame. We'll have to send some of those phalanxes back. There we go. Alright. You, sir, get on your boat. Come over here. There's probably more men I was supposed to put on that ship, but tell you what, you come over here. They're just going to go over to Carolay. We might as well just keep on causing problems. I'll send them an elephant, and I'll send them some. Have an archer. Why not? Carthage can just kind of get more retrained. This is our elephant facility, so we'll go and do that. So you, sir, yeah, just swing there. You can join up with them. So we'll probably just end our turn and see what's going on. Oh yes, this lad. He's just putting down watchtowers. I do like watchtowers. Was I taken on Sergestica? That's interesting. Okay. Just maintain the siege. That's fine. Over here. Scythe Chariot meta. This is the Scythe Chariot meta. I mean, they just win everything. Okay. So, over in Rome, looks like that army's come back to take us on. That's fine. It's a shame we couldn't do that battle. I was looking forward to that, but hopefully this one will at least work. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to blame his army, in which case we'll just have to take Rome and let him turn rebel or something, because maybe he's cursed or something. We'll see about it. I think we'll be fine. We will lose safe, because if the game's going to crash on us like that battle, we might as well be careful. Germania has a better roster than Spain's poor starting location. I think that's where we're at when the game started crashing. Yes, indeed. So does Spain. Spain's issue, I think there's some decent territories in Spain, but their territories are split up, and both Thrace, not Thrace, Gaul and Carthage, both their settlements in Iberia are like really strong. They've got like 7 units in them, so yeah, you can win, but it's like it's not very friendly to a new player. Certainly, it's a bit of a you nail the start kind of beginning. You know, you've kind of got to do things a certain way. So I will. By the way, we'll just set this up in a very similar way to before. Aha! We have a battle that wants to work. They're a bit closer this time though. So, I'm going to do the same thing again in terms of just swinging around, getting myself onto the rock. So, with Gibraltar on our side, we'll be absolutely A-OK. But I probably will do a very similar thing of just send in the chariots and the elephants just to kind of cover us in that position. So, let's just get ourselves started. Marvellous news. And get yourself over here. I will say, actually, Numidians, your job is probably just to cover this flank, because that one's now got a big rock in the way, so we'll be fine. So I think they are, yeah, they got their reinforcements from Rome at the rear there. That's okay. So what was the comment? Spain start bordering Gaul and Carthage. Germania has Gaul, Scythia, and Dacia. Yeah, and I think the main thing with Germania is that you can kind of stay out of the way of all of them. Maybe slightly less with Gaul. I would say go and just deal with Gaul at the start. But aside... Oh, we kind of rush the general into position. General, blow the horn of destiny! But Alexander is here. And I think Alexander the Conqueror taking over Rome is probably fairly legit. We will send the faction leader to come join him if he can indeed make it. Oh, by the way, I never sent my infantry to run. Probably should run. I'm kind of mocking them by not bothering to run. Get these elephants over here. Get the chariots, these 2 chariots, get yourselves, just chase them. Just pretend like you're chasing them off the battlefield, and that'll be fine. Your elephant's supposed to get over there. Let them form their line, damn it. Just chase them off. That's fine. General, get back behind the line. Our infantry won't be fully in phalanx. They won't be engaging mode. We'll be fine to run back through them. Okay, the elephant's done a little bit of accidental murder. It's fine. Their job is basically just to line up for the charge we didn't get last time. So, phalanxes are in position. Absolutely marvellous. Okay. Yeah, the phalanxes Germania is just insane. Like, especially as it's out of the first tier. Like, if they got it later on, or like through a temple or something, fine. But yeah, it's not even from a temple. It's just mental. Now, are they going to come for me this time? Chariots charging at the general... or the general's charging at the chariots. Don't know why. Triarii coming to deal with us is kind of fine. These guys have reorganised themselves after someone ran straight into them. Or that might be the corpses from before. I think that is the corpses from before. These elephants haven't even got a chance to do anything yet, because half of them are over there dealing with the Scythe chariots. That's fine. Elephants are, though, going to manage to do a side sweep. Now, whether they'll last half a second, no, they did not. Just get yourself across the line into the Principe, but at the very least, the plan of how to use elephants, which is, yeah, basically just use them as heavy cavalry hitting the flank. That's really just the better way of using them than charging them mentally forward. We are, though, going to be engaging our own infantry by accident, which is going to cause us problems. So I'd say, lads, maybe, just maybe, don't do too much more of that. We are, though, doing the same job as before of just shredding everyone and everything. We're, though, going to head into this general and see if we can just take him down. Alexander, come and deal with him. I think we're fine. Numidians, get yourself forward. And elephants! Oh, the Samnite gladiators are going to fight them. That's what we want to see. Oh, yeah. Now, they won't stand up and fight the 2 units of elephants crushing them. That's just beautiful. Okay. In comes the general, who could get himself killed. I really don't want my general to be killed by running amok at the very death. That really wouldn't be what I'm looking for. You go and hunt down the Triarii. We'll be fine over here dealing with those lads. You mop them up. That's also fine. Archers, get yourself off shooting. Just run people down. Probably for the best. General's still alive somehow. Not sure how. My general should... Well, he was on the mission to go and deal with him. He's not anymore. He is, though, trying to flee. So we'll do what we can. But sadly, he's just going to run off in a weird direction. But some direction nonetheless. So, okay. Get on top of them. Charge them down. We'll just put it on full speed now. There isn't very much of them left anyway. So Spear Warband is slightly better than Town Watch. The problem with the Spear Warbands, though, is they don't get the cavalry bonus. I think someone was just saying that, actually. Yeah, as Rover says, they don't get the cavalry bonus, so pointless. Town Watch is peasants with shields. Yeah, and indeed, but there's less of them, so they're not so good for actual, like, you know, being Town Watch, because ultimately, yeah, the population of the men in the units what matters for public order. Peasants do get a debuff in Barbarian Invasion, they're worth half as much for public order, but in this, yeah, you're just better off with peasants at all time, which is a bit of a shame. So, same tier of barracks, not in quality. Yeah, that's the main thing. Oh lol, yes. Oh, not in the same league as SW. What's SW? Sorry, you might need to remind me. When I was a kid, I thought they were a good unit. What the Town Watch, the prologue and the advisor. I mean, my advisor was sadly a bit bugged in my video that I did playing Rome as intended. But yeah, if you watch that, I didn't really get it very much there, but the Town Watch, I remember when I first played the game, they were always telling you to like get more Town Watch. Town Watch are so useful, so important for looking after town. I wouldn't mind if they got like a free garrison upkeep like in Medieval 2 for militia, or if they got, say, I don't know, 150% bonus for like their, you know, public order impact. Thieves. That's fine. I'm not even going to worry about construction. Let's not even care about empire building here today. We have ourselves the edge of Rome's defeat. We really do. So we could go and take this guy on the bridge. He doesn't want to do it. That's a bit of a shame. So it looks like Rome, we're going to go down with a whimper. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess then it's time to move onwards towards the Julii. Now, the only thing is, I do want... Where's Mr. Emperor? He was in one of the support armies, wasn't he? Where's his army? Somewhere. This is you, isn't it? No, that's another guy who looks similar. Why can't I find him? He's around somewhere, damn it. Okay. All the armies have disappeared off the face of the earth. There's too many of them, I can't keep track of them all. There is another army here, though. That is some of these guys. I'm going to say, ignore what I just told you to get off here. You're going to go over to Segestica, where apparently they're kind of losing the army anyway. But yes, we will... Okay, send the army across the boat. That'll be fine. Who else wants to join this slightly bizarre force? Yeah, no, maybe don't do that. Not a problem. Okay, I think we'll just send these guys forward. You can stand on that bridge. You can come and back us up, Mr. Chariot Man. Do you want to take him on? Just go and slaughter him. He's going to run off north, and now he's going to be their problem. You know what? We're just going to claim victory here. They've got like nothing left. They've got the general, and we will simply put him out of his misery, because I don't think there is anything more that we need do. Glorious victory. The Seleucid Empire is now the mightiest power in the world, unassailable by any external threats. Indeed, your leadership and command abilities, thank you, have brought this victory to the Seleucids. And statues in your honour should be prominent in every town and city. The gods themselves look on in jealousy. Well, indeed, Athena's dead. Long live Thomas. And we shall indeed continue playing, albeit not necessarily for the whole of the map, to be honest. I think we're going to move on to Dacia or indeed potentially Numidia if they can win that vote. So Town Watch, TW being Town Watch, yes. Town Watch is better than Peasants in a battle, which is where both of them absolutely suck. Peasants win. Lol. Spear War Bandit SW, yes, I am following now. Any Medieval 2 mods you guys recommend? Third Age Total War, indeed, if you're into that kind of thing, then Third Age would be a very interesting one, kind of a classic. What was the one? I like Vanilla Beyond. If there's any I would personally recommend, I kind of like them to be fairly close to the original in many ways. So there we are. Athena's dead. Long live me. So there we go. We will exterminate Rome. And absolutely marvellous. But yeah, I kind of like the Vanilla Beyond kind of thing, where it just kind of just gives you a few more settlements, gives you a few more faction, that kind of thing. I always think that's sort of the best way of doing it. Oh, Silver Shield Legionnaires. Yeah, you see, they copied us over in Rome. So there we go. Faction destroyed. SPQR are dead. D-E-D, dead. And I don't want to waste this army auto-resolving that, but, you know, it is what it is. Right, we do have quite a lot of chariots at this point, it should be said. I'm going to get you guys to go and hang out in Rome. The Samnites can look after Rome, so that is fine by me. These guys can keep moving up north. You, sir, as I say, I'd rather a slightly more trashy army take care of that. This army isn't trashy, but it's not the best. So you get yourselves out of there. Over in this town. Yeah, let's send the Sand Knights over to Tarentum. They're chill enough. Croton is not so chill. But we'll just get some peasants and they'll probably calm down. Yeah, give enough people jobs and they'll be fine. Okay, you lads, your job is to go and smash Capua. Okay, we just need someone just to do that. That's fine. What I want to do then, for today, let's see if we can finish off Scipii / Brutii, and maybe the Julii can be something that we focus on slightly more in the epilogue. If I do a little one-off episode afterwards, I think that's probably for the best. So we'll get the Silver Shield Legionnaires up in the north. Is that the rebels besieging? Oh no, that's us, Thomas. You sent elephants to go and take this town. Of course you did. Okay. Elephants! Yay! Okay. So elephants are burnt down Segestica. Good. I love a good elephant detachment. We don't have the population to do anything there. So we might have problems hold on to it, but if it's not theirs, then it's absolutely fine. Now, they do have a few sieges going on, but they only have this town left, only Patavium. So I would say what we want them is us to go and take this over. So, Aristarchus the Conqueror, where the hell are you? Because I seem to have lost you right now. Get yourself. There you are. Are we generally only on the second generation right now? I think we might be. Where is the rest of the tree? Can we actually go up this family tree? Doesn't look like we can go up anymore. Fine. So, Aristarchus, I did just ask where you were. You're not there. The whole point of this was finding him. Where actually is he? Go back to Aristarchus the Conqueror. Aristarchus, can we go to you, please? Where are you? Up in the north of these elephants. Ah, you're the guy on the bridge. Right, I understand. No. We're going to take you over here. Should we take Patavium with elephants? Maybe that's the way this is supposed to go. Bring the elephants. Bring all the elephants. And you know what, Alexander, you can come along too. I think you've earned this. You come along too. So we're going to have... we never really got to use the companion cab, did we? Because that battle didn't load. Fine. There's one more elephant here. Any more elephants? There are more elephants. Send all the elephants. Do we have a full army of elephants? Not quite, but it's decent. It's a decent showing. We'll give it to them. That's not too shabby. Yeah, get yourself over there. We don't need all the generals on that job. Any more elephants arriving, by the way? Yes. Yes, there are. Okay, that's good. A couple more elephants on their way. And we should, I think... Oh, that's it. That's the boat we want. Yeah. We want some silver shields as well. Silver shields come and join us. So that's good. That's what we want to see. All right. I'm quite happy with that. So what are we on now, by the way? We're up to 59 settlements. Very good. So, as for the rest of the chat there, hi, thank you for the advice. A few videos ago I asked what to do in the Parthia campaign. I've got the Hanging Gardens, and now I have taken over most of the East. Thank you. Yeah, well, I just remember playing as Armenia. Like, the economy really is difficult until you get the Hanging Gardens. It just gives you the boost you need. So, I apply the same principle, but it's been a long time since playing Parthia. You know, to spam horse archers and get them out of, I think, everywhere at the start, which is absolutely lovely. So Townwatch get a +1 bonus against Cav. Well, that is good actually. In fairness, it's been so long since I've even used them. I don't even know know about that anymore. I can't even remember. Get these guys over here. Their boats are in the way. We can win because I've already been smashing them. If we died, I really wouldn't care too much anyway. We will though land over here. It's not the greatest army, but it's something. It will be fine. So we're still getting ourselves more troops. Scipii do have us under siege over here. We might need to organise a good force to go and deal with Lepsis Magna. Yes. Okay. Maybe that's what you guys are going to do. Maybe just get on this boat, sir. You get on there. And maybe we'll just... yeah, we'll grab this... This will be your job. This will be your job. So, you know what? I'm just going to say, yeah, cancel the siege, break off the siege. We will take this army and we'll take them to Lepsis Magna to go and finish off today. I know we're only an hour right now, but I'm just sort of planning ahead what we're trying to do. We need to make sure we take out the Scipii and the Brutii. Julii, actually, I'm feeling are actually quite big. Yeah, like they are up in Mogontiacum, which I definitely renamed on Germania campaign because it was annoying to pronounce. Yes, they got Aquitaine as well. Aquitaine, they got Central Gaul. So yeah, they've actually got quite a bit of that territory. Wouldn't be doing it all now. They've also got Celtiberia as well, which is interesting. Do you have this? No, the Carthaginians still have Beatica and they still have Parma. That's interesting. Okay. Seleucid Empire. Yeah, you know what? I'm aware that all these C's in Greek will be K's because there is no C in Greek. I can't help but see it and pronounce it that way. It's just how my brain goes, unfortunately. But yes, it would be definitely more like the K sound for sure. So that is absolutely reasonable. I don't think the game counts Total Townwatch as spear unit though. I'd have to check, but if you do check it, apparently according to Smooth Brain War Criminal, excellent name. Apparently it does have a short spear, but whether it's a short spear or a long spear, yeah, the bonus versus cavalry. I'm not sure. I just don't really use them. So there we go. And what else do we want to do this turn? Not too much. As I say, we're kind of just at the point where we're just kind of getting everything, yeah, into place here for this charge. But we do need to deal with the Julii as well. As for my spy over here, they seem to have somewhat vacated the area. For some reason, they never attacked Cyrene, which I always thought they would. We're just restocking some chariots. It's not the best army there, but I think that's the better units from them up north, which may or may not work out for us. We shall see. I will grab these chariots and send them into the chariot army just to kind of get that one upgraded. Okay, you stay on the river. I like you on the river. And we'll just see if Rome wants to chill the hell out. Hephaestus, Dionysus, Asclepius. We'll get Hephaestus because obviously here we can already get a lot of good units. So we might as well get the better temples too. Into Patavium. They have themselves not very much. Publius Cortius over there. No need to worry about you right now. We'll be taking you out soon enough. When I say take you out soon enough, it always reminds me of Cortex in Crash Bandicoot. We'll find out soon enough. It's a private. I think it's probably Crash Bandicoot 3 warped, but it might be 2. Very much that era of Crash Bandicoot for me. I haven't really played it much in quite a long time, but I did very much love 2 and 3. One's interesting, a bit clunky, but it's a fun game of its time for sure. Anyway, let me know if you want to see Crash Bandicoot on the channel. That's been a long time. I used to be good at that game once upon a time. Pretty terrible at it these days. Maybe we need to do some Crash Team Racing. Maybe that's the one for that. Maybe that's how the channel the channel truly explodes. Actually, I must say we've been doing very well on the channel recently. Still in the new year doing quite nicely as well, which is always good to see. Now, okay, so the Julii, lads, we're just organising our troops over here. I know it's your land, but like, come on. Has no one learned anything taking on these chariot armies? I don't even know. Are you the elephant army? That might be the elephant army as well. What are they even doing here? Okay. So we'll just save up. We'll save up. Yes, as I say, in April I went to Mount Olympus and we got 10,000 subscribers that day or the next day. And we're like 15,000 or so. I think we might be like just under 15,000 today. Crash Bandicoot was an awesome game. Yeah, there we go. Ciprianus Tugalium. Our victory. Yes, indeed. This. I'll be honest, everyone, this is not going to be a very tactical affair. I'm just going to charge blindly into their dumb corpses. And, oh dear, the reinforcement army is also a chariot army, albeit they're trying to spawn in the sea? Are they trying to spawn in the sea? No, they haven't quite gone that far. But our boats are over there. Hi, boats. Yeah, they're quite far out. I don't know if they're going to manage to get on the battlefield. I don't think the battle's going to still be going on by the time they get to the battlefield, to be honest. So I'm just going to say, everyone, I think we got this anyway. It's all absolutely fine. So I suspect some of them are hiding technically in the forest, but it doesn't really matter. We will just charge them down. Absolutely marvellous stuff. Yeah, I was part of the reason to bring up Crash Bandicoot. I was watching a thing recently. I can't remember what the channel was called, so I do apologise to the channel. But they were doing like a history of like speed runs and like the guy who's just destroyed Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing speed runs, which is kind of fascinating. Really, some interesting mechanics that I kind of intuitively knew but didn't actually know about the game. So that's just absolutely lovely. So here we are with the true Romans, the red Romans, the last ones to live. Someone's got a farm on that hill. Let's see how the game likes this. I mean, I love how, like, even with this half chariot army, I've got an elephant, I've got camels as well. I've even got debuff units there. There are some dogs. Unfortunately, they are the reinforcements are just a chariot army surrounding them. Absolutely magnificent. GG. GG, everyone. This is already victorious, I think. We'll get the general just to hang back, sir. Cassandros, you're a little bit too overzealous here. Don't worry about that. You get into the war dogs. Are we going to charge in on these flanks, guys? What are you doing? I think they're trying to organise. The problem with AI reinforcements, they like to get themselves in position. So, yes. Town Watch challenge, only challenge run when? Lol. Oh, dear. Well, I remember me and my brother talking about his peasant campaign before, and it's very doable if a bit tedious after a while. It had to be very much a one-off episode, of course. Town Watch, would that be worse? It might be worse just for the lack of numbers compared to peasants. The one thing peasants have going for them is sheer numbers. I suppose Town Watch are cheap too. We can always have a go. I have a few stupid campaigns in my mind anyway. These guys are fleeing into chariots, which would be fine, but even as Triarii, they're not exactly having a great time. It looks like they're trying to shilch them right now, which probably would be sensible, yes, but yeah, it's not going well for them. They chose to do this battle. Can I just remind you, they choose to take on half a stack of chariots with elephant camel support and a full stack chariot army cutting off their retreat. Excellent decisions. You're not the best general, sir. Absolute fool. Ah, lovely. I take a victory sip there from my not most foul of cups, from my slight lemon sip cup. I'm actually feeling a bit under the weather this evening. I actually had a very productive morning. I haven't made too many guides for a while on the channel, actually, and I kind of woke up, made my little short for today, since I haven't got too many shorts kind of prepared right now. So I made that this morning, and then I just kind of thought, you know what do I fancy doing today? I ended up creating a random guide, which I'd never even thought about until this very morning. Nice to be back doing impulsive things. I'm very, very organised, so I tend to I'm trying to just occasionally occasionally embrace a bit more impulsivity occasionally. There wasn't danger of being impulsive here, so normally I'm sort of cautious enough, I would say, where I don't do impulsive things. But you know what, making a video because I possibly feel like doing it, that I should do. So there we are. That's when it's nice to have the next few weeks of videos done on the channel. And I can sort of embrace random guides. And in making that guide, I have another 2 guides that I'm kind of ready to make. So quite happy with that. But did find, yes, I think caught up with me later in the day because I was having a little bit of rubbish. But anywho, decent victory here. Pile of elephants and chariots. Mostly the chariots doing their work. Marvellous stuff. Oh, lovely. And there we go. Have we done yet? Are we all dead? No, there's one guy over there. Charge him down, take out the Principe. They can't retrain them, might as well go. We should do a mercenary challenge though. Mercenary challenge will be fun. I think Miniaturino did do that on the remaster. If there is a time for me to play remaster, it's probably that because it's much easier to retrain them. But maybe it's more of a challenge to do it on the original when you can't retrain. So we'll see. Mercenary only would be good fun. That might be one I have to write down on my list for another day. So there we go. As for the rest of this, yeah, just the last couple guys to go down. Let's just speed this up because it's really just tanking. Game doesn't like this many chariots, that's for sure. Anyway, 36 of you here today watching this chariot massacre. One of many on the channel of this series. If anyone can count how many chariot massacres we've had, that'd be nice. This is unfortunately not my unit. There is one running a mark. I'm just gonna say. Where is the one running amok? Because I can see a lot of red. A lot of red. Yes, it's the only issue. Why? By the way, I've noticed this happen. And if anyone understands the game files better than me, which I'm sure there are people in the chat who do, I've seen this a lot lately, right? The battle's won. Everything is dead. There's no enemies here. But now they've run amok. Can they just run amok at any point? Does it not even need the stimulus of like losing men or morale dipping? Because it's silly. Like the battle's done, there's 18 men running away over there, and these chariots are just scything people. It's hilarious. I will though end the battle because we don't need to carry on at this point. But yeah, why does it do that? Absolutely silly. Anyway, this whole live stream series has been more silly than anything else. And there will be, of course, battlefield tactics and campaign strategy guide. Now the battlefield... What? Who are you? Some diplomat, I guess. We're going to have to go hunt him down and kill him. Agis of Iconium. I'm going to write this name down. We're going to find him. I don't accept that. Agis of Iconium. Right. You need to die. You certainly do need to die. Right. Well, I've put down his name. That's absolutely fine. Faction announcements. Someone got married. Lovely. Is that young general over here? I think it might be. Might be this guy. Nope, it's not. Anyway, all is fine. You, sir. You can grab... Who do we want to join this army up? Plenty of silver shields already. We've got the archers. Got the catapults. Yeah, just grab a little bit extra. No need for anything crazy. But you can bring yourself up in that direction. Now... Oh no, sorry, they're supposed to go the other direction, Thomas. Okay, well, it might be a few turns later than planned over here. That's fine. You guys come over there. All is fine. So, Jessica, if you chilled out here, you probably should. That'd be helpful. I probably need to bring some forces to go and sit in that town, actually. You were going to go sit in Rome. So you go and do that. That means that you, my good sir, your job is just to go and deal with that. Thank you very much. Capua is now back under siege. I don't trust the Ultra Resolve to win that for me, mind you. So, I might get these guys onto this boat. And you can just head up to Segestica and deal with the rebels. That'll probably help that settle down. Okay, next up then is the Elephant Army. So, where is our Elephant Force? Is that us over here? No. Somewhere. One of these boats has all the elephants on it, but I'm not sure which. Right, you have a few units, but not the elephants. There we go. That's the elephant boat. Couldn't see it right there. So, we had one more elephant here. get yourself on the boat. You're all chariots. That's fine. So I'm going to say, land over there. Elephants ahoy. Hi, we're here. So, are we going to do this with elephants again? I tell you what, I'll see if they want to take us on. They might fancy it. It's like the rebels have opened the gates anyway, or it's a case of the fact that elephants can crack it open. No, I think the gate was open on the picture. Your spies have indeed infiltrated. That's fine. No mercenary elephants available. That's a bit of a shame. It is what it is. Construction report. Salamis has a pantheon. Very nice. Random town now has a pantheon for no good reason. So, I think that's absolutely grand. This is now under siege. So we're two settlements away from taking out those guys. Chariot army is mostly completely healed. We'll just restock you, sir. I'm going to say, put it under siege with a chariot army, because if they want to take us on, we'll just shred them. It'll be fine. And we'll just stand here with reinforcements. We'll hire up the locals, just because we might as well. And as for you, you are another chariot army. We've got so many chariot armies, it's just silly. You sit there with your chariots ready to pounce at them. They probably know you're there. We'll deal with that issue later. Lapses, by the way, how long have you been under siege? 6 turns left. Plenty enough. It's fine. We'll send reinforcements if we need to. For now, I'm not too concerned. So you put this under siege. We can apparently attack it right now. I guess you might as well. So, how are you looking, sir? Hastati, some random lads. I think we can just auto-resolve that one. That's fine. Exterminate those people and go and knock them into the sea as well. And into the sea, I mean plough them into the land and use it as fertilizer. Excellent news. So, we are probably in position. We'll levy pikemen just to look after. We'll build the stone wall just in case, and I guess we'll build ourselves a dockyard. That's fine. You can now live on Watchtower Island, because I always enjoy putting them on every corner of Sardinia. You can head over there and deal with that, and the town's still happy enough. Isn't that just nice? So over here, I feel like we should have a watchtower. You get yourself a watchtower. Probably should send out someone with you just to keep you safe. I'll send some elephant friends to look after you, and probably some local mercs. Good news. Okay, so Numidia, we could take care of these guys. There are more elephant facilities, but I don't think we need to be focused on it right at this moment. These boats are just in the sea. That's what boats do, so that's fine. I wonder if it has anything to do with the bug where cavalry sometimes get stuck fighting corpses. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's just interesting that I've seen it. It happened a lot in the couple turns I did in between this week and last week's episode. And I found it kind of fascinating in that regard. Some more Silver Shield pikemen over here. We might as well send them down to Cyrene for the time being, and we'll work from there. They just have themselves some normal stuff. I don't think anything's going on this border, by the way. I do have armies on the border, but I think Dacia are pretty chill. So he says they are in my territory right here, aren't they? Yes, they are. They are one step into my territory. It might be to deal with random rebels. I'm not sure though. So are you happy if I send them out? You are. Your job is to go deal with them. Most of my towns do now have 2 chariots to go and mop people up if they need to. A couple of levy pikemen, by the way. That is what you're supposed to have. Yeah, send them as well. So I'll mop them up. We'll probably build ourselves a good old fort somewhere just to keep that under control. And I would like another watchtower actually over here by the swamp. That's probably for the best. We'll hire up some bar mercs because we can, damn it. And other than that, I think we're just waiting one more turn for this, aren't we? Yes. So over in Segestica, we can't hire very much because everyone's dead. And I killed them all. That is true, yes. This is still under siege. Are they going to launch one of their attacks anytime soon? I feel like the Brutii are 1 turn from death, so they do need to, like, attack one of these settlements. Okay, they picked the one they shouldn't attack. Great job. So Here we are then, elephant army and the companions, because we haven't used them, in over here. That'll be fine. So Publius Cutius, not very much there. They definitely have other generals around, but this is their last city. Should have saved there really, but hopefully it will all be fine. Victory and glory with a nice little lemsip. So, they picked a snowy day. If you smell something ripe, it is many an elephant corpse after today, because I think we're going to lose a few in this. However, sorry for the snow battle. It's a bit blinding. If you know about Erlin syndrome, sounds more medical than it really is. But yes, basically black and white is very painful. And I really don't like white backgrounds. It's quite blinding to me. So I really don't like to do snow battles if I can avoid them, because this is a bit much. Nonetheless, we will get as many as we can. Forward, forward, and keep going, keep going, keep going. As for you guys, you can hang back for the time being. Companion. Oh, companions. Sorry, companions. Get running first. Companions need to do a good charge. Can they make it there before the elephants? Possibly, yes. We will see if they are allowed to be involved in this here campaign. Maybe they can. Companions are not speedy enough. Speed, my companions, speed. Okay, these guys are going to get absolutely demolished. They're also getting missiled. Now, technically, they're not the target, so they won't quite charge any time. Look how big the bigger elephants are, by the way. That's good fun. I'll be honest, the companions are not companioning anytime soon, are they? I don't believe so. See if you can work your way through. Ballistas could do horrible, horrible work to us. We need you, companions. Come and save our elephant friends. We could have the biggest running amok ever here, by the way, because they could totally plaster us into the earth here. But so far, they haven't quite managed it. I'm not seeing anyone running amok just yet. Bring the generals to charge on him. That would be lovely. So, companions have almost made it. Come on! Come on, companions. There we go. We've finally seen them in battle. Mostly they're getting shot in the rear by our own arrows, but they're also arriving to do their job. Thank you, lad. Thank you. Whee! Well done. This guy doesn't seem to know where the battle is. There we are. The companions killed the general. Good job. Good job. They're still being shot by our own missiles from our elephants, but it's all fine. They've done their work very nicely. So I'm going to grab the cavalry here. That's the non-elephant cav. All the elephant cav, you can go over there. Kill the next guys. Yeah, we'll mop these guys up. Don't you worry about them. So you go and deal with those lads. That'll be fine. We probably need to like not kill our kind of two key generals here, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Oh, I didn't realise they were right on the edge of the battlefield here, lads. We didn't quite manage to take them out. Take them out, damn it. But the town is under siege, so they can't get in the city, to be fair. So they're just going to be stuck outside. The general, by the way, is like 80-something now, isn't he? I don't know how he's still going, but apparently he is. So well done to him, I suppose. But I don't really know how he's managed to be alive. Principate throwing in javelins to the elephants could be quite effective, but they seem to have not done a great job of putting that off. So down they go. Alright, lots and lots of elephant noises. Tends to happen when there's lots of elephants. Story checks out. Verite gladiators can be mopped up. Thank you very much. Where are you? You're dealing with him. Thank you, Alexander. And General Ahoy. Yes, you were supposed to be there to pick up those lads, but you're going to fail. Ooh! He is dead. Yeah, he got hacked by the tusks of the elephant. Beautiful stuff. So, we will get a few of these Principe, but some of them will survive to make it into the town. Thank you, my faction leader. Doing a great job, as ever you do. So, get the elephants, you know what, get the general out of there. You don't need to die. But I think the job is done. There you do. Another day. Another lovely, lovely victory. You have so many stupid toys as the Seleucid, or Seleucid, sorry. It's just magnificent. Now, is anyone running amok? No one running amok. You are superior to chariots in some ways. So he's now dead as well. We have shot a lot of our own guys, these war elephants, though. Does seem to happen a fair bit. So what have we got left? These guys over here. Fine, charge them down. I don't really want to let too many people get away because we have more to just finish. Squint your eyes and shake your head. Is that for the white and black? Yeah, I mean, all I'm seeing is blinding nonsense right now, to be fair. That's why I just clicked on with the elephants and just told them to run in. Does tend to do the job, though, on this kind of battlefield. So, is that you? Is that you? No, it's the companions still moving. Companions, to the rescue. There we go. Companions can just follow on into battle and clear these guys out. Last two lads being run down. There we go. Is it just the Silver Shield Legionnaires we really need to showcase on this campaign? It might be, you know. We'll make sure that we get them into a good battle. 9 kills. Good job, everyone. So there we go. On to 37 people. Welcome to you all. Why are they doing this? Why are they so stupid? I love the fact that you can just abuse. This actually feels like abusing the AI at this point. It's one thing using these just to clear up all the extra armies. The fact that they're stupid enough to run into them. Also, in like 5 turns, how do they have all of this? I'm not having this. They definitely just pulled units out of their arse. Nonetheless, we'll head in and we'll slaughter them again. Because this is chariot and chariot. Like, this is double chariot army. It's just stupid. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, the contrast is a bit much. But it is what it is. Hopefully it's not so bad this time. It will be snowy again. Not sure it's actually fully snowing in this part of the world. Nope. This bit of Italy survives. So this is probably where, like, if we're on the if this is part of like the series, I don't show you any of. I basically just show you 5-second clips of each battle because there's nothing else. There's just nothing to see. There's nothing to see but the same death, and it is fun. Let's be fair, but yeah. At some point, we've seen this story. Mr. General, do you want to stop a sec? Because you shouldn't be charging him. You were the fake charge. Lovely. So everyone just plough through. General's now okay to charge, I would say. One of them will run amok and kill him. But I don't remember who this guy is anyway, so it's all fine. Praetorian cohorts are being routed instantaneously on the whole. Down goes the general. Down go a lot of corpses. It's so silly. Oh, you just can't deny it's beautiful, though. Everyone, charge over there, and the general can just mop up this guy or something. I don't know. I'm not sure I even care at this point. Mop up whatever you guys you can, but just tell all of them to charge on forward. Oh, glorious. So, as I say, we haven't had like we haven't used our full sort of infantry force at this point. So that, as I say, there might be a bit more in the follow-up where we have to worry about that. Nonetheless, down he goes instantly as well. It's just so stupid. It's just so marvellous. Yeah, we'll try and get a proper big set-piece battle with all the infantry if we can. If not, then we'll do it in the, as I say, the epilogue thing. But, oh, this is just so nice, isn't it? Just marvellous. Chariots, so good. They're expensive, by the way. They are $1,000 each, so this isn't the cheapest way of fighting a war. But it works to some extent. We'll go and mop them up as much as we can, Mr. General. Thank you very much. A few of the AI are doing their work back there. We haven't run amok just yet, but I imagine if we do start running amok, we're going to be in big trouble. So I'm going to say at this point, lads, maybe just run off over in that direction, and all will be fine. Okay, so we're mostly done. There's someone over here. Yeah, the AI reinforcements are dealing with that. So if you're going to have air reinforcements, just make it a chariot army. And this is probably where I would recommend using chariot armies. Just use them as the support. It's like when we're on the rebels and we're trying to deal with the hordes. We just get the horde army to be cav. Just let them be cav. Heavy cav, charge in, do your job. Marvellous stuff. Up to 41 people live now. Welcome to you all. We lost a battle, damn it. Darn boats. We're still pretty solid on boats as well. By the way, we just took these with the chariot armies. We're just there to troll them, basically. So isn't that just marvellous? Okay, so for some reason, the Brutia... Oh, they've lifted their sieges of us. They've lifted the siege because presumably they're trying to save their territory. I'll be honest, sir, you're doomed because we've already taken out that army, exterminate the population, and yes, that is indeed the Brutii destroyed. Thank you, Brutii. So, as I say, the elephants have done their job over there. You clear him out as well. How is this guy still alive, by the way? Aristarchus the Conqueror, up to 100 men now, 81 years young. I'm staggered he's made it all the way to this point of the game. He should have died a long time ago. Oh, good wibble wobbles. I love it. You, sir, were clearly laying a watchtower before you got left over there. So you can come and lay one more over here or something like that. And there was another guy laying watchtowers. Yeah, there you are, sir. Good old Meligros, who's actually got 6 experience. This is a good lad. I trust him to organise our future defence against the random desert peoples who will obviously leap out to kill us all. So, city expands. Campus Sakai. Lovely. You just take stuff as well. City expands. Siwa has grown. You can have stuff as well. City expands. Massacre, which is only 12,000, is kind of embarrassing, but you know, clearly the Pontics bled that place dry before we took it off them. Natural life ends. I don't know how it's not my general, but they're my leader, but there we are. Apicion, the handsome. Yes, he's so handsome that we had to protect us by forcing a helmet on him at all times. Excellent stuff. Okay, we do have more armoured elephants there, though, so I should actually get some boats organised to deal with that. I have some more legionnaires over here. More over here. You get yourselves moving. Where are our other elephants, by the way? Where have they made it to? Is that you? Yeah, that's you. Armoured war elephants. Few turns away from the Adriatic. Okay, that's good. That's very good news indeed. All right, we have a couple units over there. Silvershire Pikemen, just come and fill out that unit. Don't worry about the peasants. Get us some phalanx pikemen, can just act as a garrison. There's 4 of them there. And we'll just get a couple archers as well, just to kind of bulk that out. So, Scipii is still sieging us here. We'll go in like another turn or two if we need to. Now, there's still no elephants here. I don't think it really matters for us. We can hide them whenever we want. Sardis has grown a thing. Just get that built. Thank you very much. As for everything else, I'm not too concerned about that anymore. Everything had a long building queue pretty much, or a few building queues when we started the day, so that'll be fine. Now, you do need some units just to kind of sit in there. So I'm going to say 3 of you, 2 of you. You head over to Ariminum. Ariminum can just do a bit of merging and keep on plodding forward. That's your job. You, my good sir, Cassandros, you're here with the reinforcement army. That's fine. So you can continue being a reinforcement force. You be there as an ambush. You're supposed to be an ambush as well, but apparently you're not ambushing anymore. So do an auto-resolve. Very nice indeed. Get yourself back there, because we're just going to hang back on the Julii for the time being and just wait for the right moment with them. Now, okay, our plan then for the sort of next sort of chunk of the stream, I would say. Firstly, just take care of this lad. For Pete's sake. Come on, clear him out. Cordillion of Demetrius. Hello, sir. You need to die now. So he's now dead. Good. Should have sent these elephants along to join the elephant army, really. That was kind of the point of them. Nonetheless, we'll send the elephant army on to take care of the Julii. It feels fitting, really, to send them, yeah, out of the opposite side of the Alps, I guess, to go and take them down. So Ariminum is now defended well enough for now. We'll get 3, 4 archers. Let's get 4 archers. 4 archers and a Greek cav. Let's have a Greek cav. We probably never used them once. We're getting ourselves some more legions since we are Rome now. That is marvellous. Keep building up the temples. Okay. Now, elsewhere, you are doing the most important job of all, which is watchtowers. My favourite thing about this game is watchtowers. So with that done, we can now see one of their boats who we need to go and sink. Our boat is better. Drown he goes. Oh, that's a good episode title for an episode where I drown armies on a boat. Okay, make note of that down somewhere. Drown we go. It may or may not already be a title. We shall see. It's definitely happened a few times on the channel, but I don't know that there's an episode to that name. You go and sink another boat. And I would say at this stage then it's just a case of getting our forces down to where we need them to be. So yeah, you can come this way as well. We were sending... Where is the boat that's on its way over here? I sent it the wrong way at first, didn't I, to be fair? So it could be anywhere. Lots and lots of forces over here. More forces over here. I mean, I have way too many powerful forces. Oh, there we go. We can certainly get a proper army now. Okay, no, not there. Get yourself there. That's good. We can now mix him in. We can organise this army properly. And we can be fully ready to get the big, chunky, final army in play. Oh, that's just what we want. Okay, good. Good. Although I do want those armoured war elephants. They were not far away, were they? They are there. Okay. I think we can have one final battle with these guys because I think we need to see them. But we also need to get our men over here. As I say, somewhere is the boat that I sent in this direction. I have no idea where it is right now. These guys also come over here. We just need random units in this here direction. I think this is the boat. There we go. That is a random boat that I just clicked on. They're hiding somewhere, but I can't actually spot them. There is another ship over there in Tarentum. It's fine, probably. So we'll end our turn. Keep things shuffling along. Oh, they're going to take us on. Oh, good. We get a good siege defense. So Lucius the Mean wants to fight. This could be quite tricky because this is an army that's done well over here. We have ourselves 4 archers. I think did we defend this last time? I think we defended this last time. Still, I think it'll be A-okay. Swinging into battle. Let's take him down. How are we doing in the chat there? Chariot Carnage, indeed. Until the Bronze Age, Egypt tactics in 230 BC, going wild. Yeah, it's surprisingly effective, isn't it? As Xenophon wrote about facing chariots in Persia. I might need to look up that one. That sounds interesting. Haven't read my Xenophon in a long time. Probably not since the days of the degree. I don't remember how much Xenophon have we read, actually. Nonetheless, they seem to be angled for a strange old approach. So we saw last time that the archers obviously can do a lot of damage, but they're going to rout immediately for some unbeknown reason. Bit of a shame, but we'll just do whatever damage we can with them. It's fine. So, archers, get yourself in position. Now they do have some guys over here. Now what I could do is send my elephants out. So I might actually go and do that. Let's get the elephants out in this gate. Get them out of the city because they're going to cause me chaos. I've not really got them for the siege defense. I've just kind of got them for like the general defense, I guess. Actually, I kind of want to make sure that we are on the plaza with our units here. So I'm going to say we do it like that. Okay, if they want to come on in, they'll come down this street mainly, so we'll just keep the units there. That will do. Onager. Where is a good angle for you? This is not terrible, but there's no like tower we can hit. That's a bit of a straight one at the tower. Not sure I like that either. You have a half decent shot though, and I quite like the idea of giving it a go. So we shall do that. As for the general, I think you should stick at the gateway and just try and help our lads and their morale. As for these guys, we'll bring them into the battle later like last time, where they are kind of just support units to throw and shoot missiles up to the wall when we inevitably lose the wall fighting. Okay, I think that's about it, isn't it? So, Oninger, we'll start with you immediately. Oh, it's not in range. Damn, and blast. Okay, can you shoot this guy? He should be too close for you. I don't know that you can hit him. You can try, though. You can give it a try. Anyway, how are we doing in the chat? They had mixed results. Oh, damn, he actually lived long enough to see Rome fall. I don't know how he did, but there we are. Would you consider controlling 20 regions as Numidia at very hard, turn 50-ish, a slow start? 50 turns in, what's that, 25 years or so on the game? Not necessarily. Oh, down she goes. Very nice. Try on this one now. I love it when this works. It's not always that you can put it off, but it is fun if you can. What was the question? Sorry. I would say with Numidia, you are in a good position with Numidia. Oh yeah, they've actually got onagers, which is why they're not doing stuff. I didn't think about that. Okay, what are they trying to do? They're actually trying to damage the wall. I'm gonna say, lads, bring yourself over here for now. Bring yourself over there as well. And I might need to plug this up with... Actually, no, maybe we just let them. Just let them. I say we let them. Guys, I told you to move. Move now, like right now. In fact, no, you guys actually get yourselves here instead. That's better. Now, these guys are getting themselves shot, which is good news. You're out of range. Can you hit this onager instead? Just going to speed her up and just see if you can work that out. It can't work it out by himself, but I reckon if you're here, I reckon you must be close to being in range, and maybe we can try something. They will break it down before them, but it might stop multiple things from happening. Now, they are trying the ram. I'm going to say, lads, fire arrow at the ram if you can. That would be lovely. I'm not going to bother trying to block this. I am, though, going to send these elephants out now. We need to come and deal with them. In fact, elephants, come and deal with the onager. See how that goes. Sadly, still not in range with this guy. Come on, the good old defensive siege onager. But yeah, as for Numidia, I would say Numidia's strength is entirely in the fact that they get their best units out very quickly, and they're actually decent in the early game, even if they're not that good a unit. But in the early game, they're quite good. I think your best chance with Numidia is just to go fast. 20 range and 50 turns. That's perfectly fine. It's not slow. You definitely could do it quicker, but I wouldn't say it's slow. That ram is 74% damage. Great, we've actually managed to set that ablaze. They're going to have to... Ooh, Triarii set on fire there. Isn't this just magnificent? Oh, you've got to love it. Down goes the ram. So that's the next bit of siege work gone. So, can you hit the... Oh, not quite. Still can't hit the onager. That's really sad. Come on. I'd really love for this to actually work. Get yourself in position. It's about the best you can do. Can you hit them? Yes. Yes, we can do it. If that tower starts moving, we'll aim at that. But for the time being, we might just be letting them in. And to be honest, that might work for me, because if they don't bother taking the walls, then we'll just do a load of damage by shooting them. Down it goes. Okay. Might need to bring the general back to the plaza if they want to rush on in. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just move him over there. You, sir, are you managing to hit this onager? Please tell me you can. Now, hitting them is a different matter, but, oof, did hit one of his men. He's got 1 experience, which should help, because it does make a difference having XP, particularly, I think someone asked this recently. Mr. General, I did say you need to get going. Please get going slightly quicker than that. Right, yeah, someone asked about experience helping accuracy, and it definitely does for onagers, so I guess it probably does for all, but I'm not clear on that. Ooh, oof, that almost got it. That totally almost got it. It's sadly a little bit late for all of this, but we'll see how it goes. The elephants are doing their job back there. That is fine. Elephants at the gateway could be brilliant. That was so close. You've got to love that. You really do. Right, General, get yourself into position right there. These guys, they can get themselves off skirmish. Same for you. Off skirmish. And they're just going to run straight into pikes. No problem whatsoever. So, Mr. Onagers, if you hit them, I need to be here to see it, damn it. Oh, they are so close. It's actually ridiculously close. I'm not even going to bother taking care of them. I would really like to see us hit these guys. Oh, we're not quite doing it. Okay. These guys aren't engaged right now, which is interesting. So they haven't quite made their full set of units here yet. Here comes some more. I think they're just going to miss. Yeah, but they'll hit the men. Have that, Steve. So elephants going into the siege tower, lads. Once these guys are engaged, I'll go and join that bit of the battle. But for now, I'm going to watch. Oh, we are so close to hitting this thing. Not quite pulling it off. Bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. Okay, playing coverage on Rome 2 right now. I don't remember what it's like on Rome 2, that particular campaign. Are they just throwing a few javelins in? They are. The Hastati are still arriving. You guys, come on. I believe in you. This is all I care about here. It's going to be close. It might just hit the back. Might just... Oh, it's too short. The trajectory was right, but it wasn't quite right. You guys keep on taking that down. Thank you very much. We've totally got this. Infantry still not engaged. So archers... Ooh, archers have done a great job shredding people at the gate, and they've probably been shooting people in the rear too. They're throwing in their javelins right now, I think. This is going to be too short. Oh, it's actually ridiculous, like how close that is. It's so silly. I just need to know when it hits. I just need to know. They're starting to engage now. It's going to be the last one we watch, and we're going to come back later, and this guy might have got up. Lazy bum, get off your knee. Oh no! Someone attacked them! You scum! Scum. Okay, fine. We'll join the darn actual battle. They've already won. They've already won their battle. It's just a pay for Pete's sake. Okay, fine. So, as it turns out, they've kind of done that already. So, pay. General, come and help clear him out, please. They haven't taken these walls, though, so they're still in a lot of trouble. Elephants are now fleeing. I was hoping they could smash down the siege tower, but they have not managed it, sadly. These guys... I was about to say these guys could return, because there's still 7 of them. They've come back into battle. But no, they've got themselves killed. Thank you, archers. You're trying to help us out. I do appreciate it. Discovered your channel last month. Binge watched your content ever since. Happy to catch you live for the first time. Razor 59. Sometimes there are probably more obvious ways to be reading these names sometimes, but I'm never quite sure. But yes, Razor 59. Thank you very much. Certainly we've had quite a lot of new traffic in the last month or so. I think a mixture of a couple fairly popular videos. Obviously tier list did very well. Plenty of views on that. But also I think the end of Legend as well. I've had quite a few people saying like they're refugees from Legend's channel, which, you know, is an interesting way of phrasing it. But you know what? You're all welcome here. We do love our classic Total War. So if you want to see more classic Total War, then this is certainly the place for it. At this point, General's coming on in. I'm going to say, all cavalry, come and take him down. That'll be a-okay. Don't worry about them. They might be following us into the plaza at this point. Yeah, they're going to come on in this way. In that case, lads, just no. Just get the cavalry back. Cavalry, just come back here. The general wants to run into these guys. He is welcome to do so. Okay, come over here and die properly. Absolutely marvellous. So, where are we at? Yeah, he's still just chasing down our elephants. He's trying to take them down. Your Seleucid campaign first episode has been a blessing and helped me get started on that particular campaign. Made me understand how much aggressive we need to be at the start. Particularly for this campaign, yeah. I mean, I think in general, you're almost always... Oh no, they've run amok. And that one made more sense. They're being harassed, but there we go. Yeah, generally speaking, almost every one of these campaigns is you're best off being aggressive. But in the particular case of the Seleucids, you really just have to be. You're so surrounded. So much is going against you. You just kind of have to do that. But yeah, was it a triple war turn 2? You have to know what you're getting yourself into. Certainly, I think the battle with Parthia, that one can be really tricky. Like, you have to get that one right. But aside from that, you know, be aggressive, you can certainly do it. So yeah, glad it helped. That'll definitely be the focus of the... if you are new around here, you may or may not realise, when we do this live stream series, the idea is that we do a campaign strategy and battlefield tactics guide. Now, I would say we've rarely, because it's been a live stream series, we've rarely had the cleanest of battlefield tactics approaches. But we've just kind of had a lot of fun, because ultimately on this campaign, you get a lot of toys. Just have fun with them. Once you get the fun toys out, then it's more important about knowing how to use your early game units. And to be honest, Phalanx with Militia Cav as support is fine. It will do a job, so we need not worry too much. But that will be coming out in the next sort of month or so. I say those 2 episodes, because by and large we just like to. I like to kind of get through the series enough so that we've kind of covered the different approaches and different tactics you need to use in the campaign, if at all possible. I don't always do the whole campaign when we do this live stream series, but if we start as far away as Seleucid, then yeah, we do. It's worth always sort of trying to go for Rome if it makes sense to in any particular campaign. By the way, Hastati are on our walls, so not sure why they've climbed up on the walls, but if all archers can just like target them, that'd be good. If all infantry could say, I don't know, come over here and finish them off, that would be good. So down goes the general. That's very nice. Are they gonna fight us? I think they are. We're back to Corinth in Rebels campaign. Lovely stuff. So there we go. Okay, also a Legend Total War retired. Would you maybe consider doing disaster campaign battle series? You know what? If anyone's got a disaster campaign sort of thing they want to send, I can have a go at that. I don't claim to be anything as good as Legend. Legend's very much a min-max your kind of battle style kind of kind of guy. Very much a good multiplayer kind of lad. Less so I feel I'm pretty good at the game, but I've never done competitive stuff, so ultimately I'm good at taking on the AI rather than any of that. However, I don't mind having to go at one of those kind of things. They sound good fun. There is an email on the channel page if you want to go and suggest anything. I'll happily give them a go. Why not? Just send the save file. The save files work surprisingly well between computers. I think this campaign's been done on 3 different computers. Just send the file over. It's all grand. But yeah, I'd be interested. I mean, it's the kind of thing where I sort of thought about doing before, but sometimes you don't like to tread on other people's toes if it's kind of their thing. So yeah, I haven't really done that in the past. But if someone isn't doing, I think when I started doing time lapses occasionally, it's because Melkor kind of stopped, and it was like, what? I enjoyed watching some of those. If he's not doing any more, let's cover those occasionally. So I've kind of got a good variety of random stuff here on the channel. But as our money run out, money's run out. I do have an awful lot of very expensive units, so let's be fair. So that's probably what's going on. Okay. Let's put these guys on the bridge. That sounds hilarious. Let's Patavium. My good sir. Yeah. Hire the local mercs. They're going to look after the town. And we can't afford them. That's hilarious. Okay, to be fair, I think I have like a full stack of like building queue in most places. So no road for you guys. We want to hire random mercs. We don't need another town instead. Sorry about that. But the faction leader says so. He overrides it. So we're going to send the elephant army. Companions can hang... Actually, no, companions are good for mopping up. Companions can come join. And you, sir, can come join as well. So they're going to stand on the bridge and just mock them. They want to take on the elephant bridge. They totally are free and welcome to do so whenever they like. I am fine with that. A couple better units coming to join these guys. Over in Rome, we don't have a general. Oh, yes, of course. Before that stupid attack, we were going to organise our army properly, weren't we? So, sir. Actually, let's give this to Alexander. I'm going to send Alexander back onto this boat. I'm going to slightly wangle this by sending him a bit further. Get yourself over here, and then we will tell him to get off the boat next time. We're going to give him the army. We're just going to build this army up. So I'm going to say, let's get 3 of those. I think we have more here. 4 of those. Excellent. Let's say a couple of these Silver Shield Legionnaires. We want to have a few more of those, of course. Where are some more of those? Because that's not enough. We need more than 2, but I think we got more over here. Yeah, indeed we do have more over here. These guys, the Silver Shield Legionnaires. Sadly, I don't know if we've got any more that are like hyper experienced ones. So yeah, there's a couple here. So send them along. 4's not bad. Get a 5th, and that will be fine. Good, good, good. Okay, we've got some Cretians there, but we don't have a huge amount of Cretians, so I'm not sure I want to do that too much. Let's just keep the classic. Let's just use our archers. It'll be fine. So we'll put the general with these guys. In fact, I wouldn't mind having a couple more of these. Let's have a super. Let's have a bit more infantry heavy for once. That would be marvelous. Go and grab ourselves, and if we're going to do that, then yeah, we could grab ourselves mercenary peltasts to come and help us out. We'll grab our archers. We'll grab the Cretians too. And this is going to be a bit more of a sit-down infantry kind of an army. I will, though, bring... Do I have a companion cav around just to finish this off? Do not, you know. I'm not sure I have a spare companion. Oh, no. I'm companionless, as it turns out. Okay. Maybe Cassandros can just come along and help. Now, we will send the other guy, yeah, to come and join him next turn. We could use... Actually, to be fair, sir, we probably want an onager here. So, you know what? I said we won't use the Cretians. We're just going to use our ones. We will use those javelins, though. I will, though, get the catapults onagers over there. And, yeah, we'll get the general to join next turn. And that will be our next army of choice. Now, that means we can just do a bit of merging in here. That'll be fine. Over in Batavium, they're still unhappy, unfortunately. Get us, you know, to build the wall, it's more important. Are they ever going to be happy? No, because they don't have population, or we can't recruit anymore because I have no money. Excellent. My money situation's quite funny to me. I mean, I have, as I say, I have kind of like queued up a lot everywhere. I still don't have, by the way, I should have a market in my capital. This is how much I was like massively focused on the battles and things, and just being super aggressive. As I say, most campaigns you're better off being aggressive. I do find the game fun when you can play slower. With the Seleucids, I don't think there's really an option unless you want to conquer a little bit of the territory and then slow down. But ultimately, like, yeah, ultimately I feel like you just kind of have to do this with them. See, was also plagued, Thomas. Let's not merge those guys. That's probably not for the best. When did that happen? I don't know, but it's all fine. So, Cyrene, are they finally sending an army over here? It's a bit late, to be honest, guys. I think we're about to arrive. Not the most sensible of plans. Okay, so having cleared up Thapsis, we should go and just tidy this up. We'll do a bit of merging where possible, and that will be fine. Now, we'll get more archers. I like the archers up on the wall. I enjoyed the Onager Smash. That was always good. Also with Legend Total War, yes, we would have mentioned that. Be interested to see what Legend Total War's retirement does to the rest of the Total War YouTube ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, he's so much bigger than everyone else that's around basically doing it, because his channel's what? Good 750,000? Like, who else whose Total War focused channel is anything like that? I mean, no one's anywhere near that, right? Even like the like of like Melkor, who's sort of, you know, in this audience, this channel's audience is everyone watches this channel basically will watch Melkor as well. But Melkor's like 30,000. You know, it's twice the size of this channel, but it's nothing. It's not in the hundreds of thousands like Legends. So yeah, it is interesting in that regard. I suppose maybe I should cynically think about how I can fill that niche, but I don't think anyone can quite fill that. He's been around. Part of his thing was how long he's been around, to be honest. You kind of can't just sort of change that overnight, can you? So I'm just going to send a few more lads out to join this guy on the river, because he's a little bit more isolated now. I sent people away. Rome is unhappy, but sod Rome. We'll just get some levy pikes just to fill that out a little bit. I do, though, need, I think, just to send a few units in this direction just to kind of keep things chilled out. The likes of Bylazora probably has more men than it needs. Yeah, all these towns are a bit too full up. They're costing me more money than they need to, damn it. But yeah, I mean, ultimately from my point of view, like, if people are joining the channel, you know, like having been, you know, following Legend before, I guess, you know, what do you think you'll miss on that channel that you could get on another channel? You know, like say this channel. Are there certain things you know you'd enjoy if I covered? I can never be Legend. I'm not Legend. I don't have his background. I don't have his legacy or any of that. Like in terms of the long-term Total War stuff. If there's stuff that he used to do that he's not now doing that people want to see, then yeah, let me know, because you know, I'm quite willing to expand my things. I'm you know, self-employed these days in terms of my my teaching things. I'm not a classroom teacher anymore. A lot more time to put time into the channel if I want to. If there's, you know, value in doing so. I'm just going to save up because we're just kind of waiting for a few things to get in position as we sort of line up the this campaign here. They immediately want to chat, then they want to drown me. That's not very nice. Got rioting in Batavium, which they're just killing barbarians. That's fun for me. Okay, yeah, we do need to get more people over in this direction to look after the town. So we'll grab these guys, just a few. We'll get them on the boat, gets them slightly closer. Not quite all the way, because they still had their movement points taken up. Deathstalk to land, as we know. Syria's already burning. Chersonesus has grown. I like Chersonesus, we can't afford it. Excellent. I'll be actually minus. What has happened to the economy? Something devastating has happened to the economy here. I think I've just been pumping out so many units. I must have, like, because when I organised my cities, obviously queued things up, but I queued up a lot of units as well, and I probably just, yeah, like we're just pumping out units in some of these towns. Yeah, I probably spent too much money. It's fine. We'll go around burning things down. And I probably had a stronger idea of... I probably thought my economy was stronger than it was. Simply because, yeah, I've been burning things down a lot and getting money that way. I actually can't find... Where is the actual army that I was sending here? I can see the two support armies. Is this the main one? This is the main one. They're still taking too long. So I'm going to keep on using the kind of... abusing the extra movement point thing. That'll be fine. Alright, as for this part of the world, as long as this doesn't revolt, which it could, to be fair, I might send him back in this direction actually. You can look after the town and you can look after the Doom Bridge. That's fine. So yes, the faction leader who's somehow still alive gets there. This is what we want. Now it's not, look, it's not the perfect army. We got a couple peltasts just to kind of bulk it out. I like having the archers, these guys. So we will see. Does anyone want to take me on then if I put Retium under siege? Because I'd say it's a pretty darn good army. What do you have in here? They actually have some good units. Doubt they'll sally, but they are potentially in a good position if yeah, they're potentially in a good position if they do want to send a reinforcement army. Now as for this bridge force, I'm kind of tempted just to go take Mediolanum because it's just sitting there with no one in it basically. So we'll go and burn that down as well. Not the best idea when we're already struggling with, you know, holding on to territories, but it's fine. It'll chill out in a turn or two, probably. But they are starting to get brutalised. Now, it's interesting that the auto-resolve doesn't necessarily fancy this. I find that kind of fascinating, to be honest. So, as for the next force, Cassandros. I assume they need you to be happy right now. They don't necessarily. That's interesting. I'm going to start getting rid of some of these boats. I definitely don't need all of these. So, yeah, maybe some of the boats need to go because we no longer need to worry about all these guys in this part of the world. Anytime you like to be disbanded, that would be lovely. Okay. So we'll just go back to the case of just like having a boat at each port, but I don't need to have much more than that. You guys, oh yeah, the armoured war elephants. That's what we were actually waiting for. Okay. Yes, you are what the army needs. I know we were trying to not have the elephants in this army, But yet, in this particular case, we shall. So I'm just going to say, you get into these guys, just chop them up. Good news. And we'll just put this under siege as well. Why not? The Julii can just be smashed in the face. So we'll probably just, as I say, keep kind of flicking through these turns just to kind of get things into their final place. And they are going to attack the chariot army. Interesting. We've seen this before. They haven't really got much to deal with it. I don't see how this goes well for them, to be honest with you. But we'll see. If nothing else, it mops up a lot of those guys. So do you see Legend crash out? His second to last live stream, he crashed out and ended it abruptly. I didn't see that, although I heard plenty about it. I did watch his kind of last thing. Well, I managed to occupy southern Italy and knocked out SPQR by besieging Rome for like 4 times and knocking out their family members. Yeah, I haven't seen those. Enemy reinforcements. Oh, this is a Sally. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because there's a Doom Hill here as well. Okay. I will say, I will grab... I'm not going to go that far up the hill, but we'll go a little bit up the hill. Yeah, grab myself a little bit of hill here, because they are over on that flank, so that's probably for the best. As for these guys, not the ideal for taking a city, but I'll let them come out of the city, and we'll just grab the other guys who are not currently doing anything, and we'll just move like that. You, sir, Mr. General, sir. Your job, get yourself over here. Lovely. So if they're going to come on out, we'll give them a bit of room, because we need a bit of room really to be at our best. So we'll let them come out of the city if they want. As for these guys, I don't know about that, lads. I think we're going to come and hunt you down, but we'll see if they want to take us on first. So yes, a Sally. Interesting. I think we had a Sally with these armies before. His chat was trolling, and he did speak out about changing what he was going to show with respect to modern total war due to his fatigue with it. Hope he's happier. Yeah, it's interesting. I know he talked about potentially playing like Europa Universalis. I don't know if people just, trying to change what you're doing that much is tricky. But obviously, if you've lost the same passion with it, or you're fatigued with something. Ultimately, I don't think you get anywhere on YouTube if you don't really like something. I think, people's passion for things very much comes through. This is very much like a nerd place, isn't it? Like, if you're going to be watching, if you're going to be playing these kind of things, you're going to be into it. It's been 20 odd years for Rome. I'm still enjoying it every day, basically. So, if you're not in that position, it's going to be hard to continue. But it's hard to step away, particularly if you're making money off of it. So, this channel pays a few bills, but it's never been my full-time thing. So, in my case, I don't mind kind of continuing, even if the modern Total War not so interested. But I've never been interested in modern Total War, really. Rome 2 kind of burnt me a bit, and I've never really enjoyed the battles as much since. I don't like the campaigns as much. They tend to get a little bit more, a little bit too paradoxy. They're trying to get too much detail in it, I find, all the time. Not really so much into that. I like a bit of campaign. I like the connection with the campaign. They're trying to run into the town. I don't like this. I want you dead. So I think we'll just run down the hill and get as many of them as we can. And to be honest, I do hate these guys in the city, but if we need to just kind of give them a poke, then I will do it, damn it. So, but yeah, because this channel is kind of, it's never been my full-time job, I think I look at it slightly differently as well, in terms of like feeling like, oh, I have to continue doing this because, it's my income. So I don't really have that same pressure. I quite, it'd be great if I made more money with it. It's been growing quite well recently. So this isn't going to work, by the way. I just wanted to follow these guys in. They've recaptured the walls. Oh no! But if they want to run a mark right here, it would be quite fun. So we'll just see what they want to do. But as for the rest of this, we'll just pile on in. But yeah, obviously, I would enjoy being able to make this more full time, or at least mixing with my self-employed part-time stuff. That would be excellent. The channel has been growing in that regard quite well recently, so it's always very much welcome. But it does create different pressures on you in terms of something you enjoy. For me, this was always something that was a bit of a release, and once it becomes a job, I can see how that starts to become more difficult. Particularly, you know, he liked the Warhammer games. He played them quite a lot, you know, and kind of losing the sort of love and the passion for it. But knowing that it pays the bills must be a pretty hard position to be in, so I can totally understand from his point. So there we are. Yes, the honour just scaling weirdly is very strange. Yes, because you probably mentioned there about the funny honours of so many members and like 3 men working on it. Yeah, I was going to say that when we were shooting them down in the last battle, but obviously the unit scale was massively different. Like they always have 2 onagers, so they're a lot more effective in a way on the smaller unit scales, just in the sense that they, like, you know, still have 2 actual onager units. Like they still have 2 onagers shooting. It does mean that you're more forgivable if your unit gets routed. They can come back and fight a bit more. But it is an interesting dynamic because the wall towers shoot very differently according to scale. They still do like the same percentage of damage if you slowly walk up to the wall. But the siege equipment doesn't. When I did my artillery only campaign on Medieval 2, I kind of specifically on that one played on the largest scale just so that it made it as difficult as possible in many ways. So, yes. Interesting. This reinforcement army has been shredded, but the main army isn't sure what it wants to do anymore. And that's kind of annoying, because there's not a lot I can do with them sallying other than just press fast forward and hope. Which, there we go, they're routing. These guys are running around here trying to get back in the city or something. I don't know what they're trying to do. Oh, nice bit of water there, a bit of refreshment. Hydrate or die, etc, etc. I'm just going to grab all of these guys and my general and just tell them to kind of get over to this section now. If they want to come out this way, they're absolutely welcome to. I'd really like them to, because I want an actual battle. Follow them in if you can. No. You know what? More of them are coming though, so even if it's just going to be a massacre on my part by following them in, I'd rather, you know, not sit here for the whole of the timer. It's annoying enough when you're recording when that happens, let alone if you're live stream and like I've got to sit here for 20 minutes. So we will see. Let's see if we can just follow these guys in a moment. They're going to open the gate momentarily. So try and get on top of them. The gate is... Come on, lads, open the gate. There we go. Follow them in, follow them in, follow them in. And it's going to be a chaotic mess, but we're going to try desperately to try and get some of us in here and just see how it goes. So start piling in, and it's going to be horrendous now for us, but that's just the way it goes. So they're all carrying rocks. Yeah, all the guys carrying rocks would help, I suppose. That's one way of reading it. I'm going to try and tell them to do other stuff, but this is probably going to end terribly, terribly, terribly. So aside from maybe a couple of them, actually, they're not doing a terrible job. Telling them to try and attack anyone other than the guy at the front gate probably does work in my favour. So yeah, there we are. We've actually got mass rout inside from the chariots now. Well done. Surprised at that. Jem, I'm a bit concerned for you with running a mock, though. I'm just going to tell you just to get out of the way. It's probably for the best. We are now starting to clear them out. So I'm going to say you guys get yourself over there. And the rest of them, we can just keep on going. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have 40 men, they can like all carry a rock. Between them, you probably just about can keep it supplied. Pocket sand, something like that. Top Egyptian strategy, carry sand in your pocket to activate combat bonus in desert. Yes. Genius. Absolute genius. So, where are we at now? This stuff is struggling in terms of frame rate. I think I'm just going to have to let it go and just see what happens. So, admittedly, combat bonus desert is more usually my pace. What if we took the Roman Empire and made it silver and added chariots and elephants? You'd get this, basically, wouldn't you? We will see our fake legionnaires soon enough. Sorry, we'll see more of their fake legionnaires soon enough. Currently, we are... Yeah, here are their fake legionnaires. Early legionnaires, no, you're late to the party, lads. We did it before you. They are being crushed into the wall. This is not how to use chariots. Two of them running amok now. It's going to cause me a lot of problems, but it's fine. We'll just we will run each other amok and cause even more chaos. Kills! But we will just keep piling onto the Praetorian cohort in the city. It's all going to go terribly, terribly wrong, but it's fine. I'm just going to do as much damage as we can. You know what, actually, lads? If any of you... I don't know that anything can get out safely now. No, we'll just run with it. We'll just roll with it and just see how this goes. At this point, I'm just going to say, lads, if you're not routing, please just try and get out. And we'll just let the rest do their job. Yeah, we'll just let them run amok and do their work. Okay, fine. So, this is all good. They're running into the ones running amok. The ones running amok are just siving them down. They can't do anything about it. Oh, it's classic. But, you know, I'm being impatient, so we'll just see if we can get any of them to not run amok. And if they can, any of them not run amok, then we'll get them way out of the way. Good. Good. Exactly what you imagine. We might need to just kind of let the battle end, actually. Because for some reason, they've run amok and they've left the town. I don't know why they chose to leave the town. Somehow they managed that. Some of them, it's just because I was sending them out of the town. General's now being killed. You know what, sir? We're just going to withdraw. This was good fun while it happened, but the impatience has somewhat caused problems. So yes, the chariot besieging army is fine. Oh, until this point. So good work, good hustle, but not enough. So there we go. How isn't your map lagging? I don't know how I get lucky with my thing working. Close defeat. There we are. The Armenian has failed. Can you explain why you put your ships like that? I'm a newbie being curious. Oh, we got a proper army in a battle now. My ships, you mean scattered around? They're just to see the sea. I'm just trying to catch all the Romans and drown their boats. I'm just keeping eyes on the ocean because I can't put watchtowers there. Now, this is the army we wanted to use. It just doesn't have the armoured war elephants. So we will enjoy this. We've got our Silver Shield Legionnaires into battle at long last. So, in we go. But yeah, I don't have much lag problem, quite frankly. For whatever reason, the game is kind to me. This computer, even when I got this computer, say 7 years ago, I'm still on the one I started the channel on, actually. Need to save up for a new one at some point, to be honest, but I am not doing it yet. I'm going to go pretty thin and wide here, just to see how well they can manage to hold it. I'm intrigued to see. So I'm going to get the Legionnaires. Maybe this is a tiny bit too thin. We'll go a little bit less. Yeah, something like that will do. Something like that. Let's get the Legionnaires in behind. I'm going to focus them on this side, if only because this side will be slightly more against the wall, and that'll be okay. So I'm going to put the two Illyrian guys on this side. They can just give us a bit of extra support. So yeah, basically we're going for the javelin behind spikes, which is my preferred way of using these armies. Personally, I just like to do it that way. Just going to get them a little bit more there. Nice. And archers, yeah, we'll just stretch them out. They'll be fine. And as I say, we are largely on this particular battle just trying to utilize a slightly more just a slightly more set infantry style army. So get the oranges there. They can flaming shot. I much prefer the flaming shot. I find them funny, so we'll do that. We don't really have cavalry in this army. We just want to have fun. So they're over there. Oh yes, so we do just need to take these guys out. So do I have a way of taking them out? Only the onager, really. Other than that, we might have to let them run it into us. Does that mean we want to turn around slightly? You know what? I think we'll be fine. We'll let them... Ooh, medium. I do get a bit of lag there on that kind of speed. Triple speed does tend to lag a little bit for whatever reason. But it's fine other than that. So My capitals don't usually get that developed since they are soldier factories only. It does happen quite a lot. On this particular campaign, it's definitely been a big soldier factory, hence I don't have a market there. So isn't that just excellent? I really need to get this turned around very soon because they are starting to... All right, I'm just going to say these guys. And actually, I'll leave the archers out of it. I'm just going to try and get these guys to turn like that. I'm just going to leave the orange for a moment. And we will move everyone else momentarily. So we'll just get ourselves into position. Archers, I would say get yourselves information as well. Something like that. That'll be fine. And oranges, you're going to need to start turning around about now, like right now, actually, because we haven't actually taken them out. I'm going to send the general to come do this because Alexander's a god-darn hero, and it all will be fine. Okay, this isn't quite what I planned, but it's fine. We're going to we're going to just charge on him with our legionnaires just to show them who's boss here. It's all absolutely a-okay. And we'll throw the javelins in afterwards. That'll be fine. Alexander is a big damn hero though, so he's going to charge on in and blow the horn of destiny. So in we plough. Massive charge. Get yourself out of there, sir. Let the infantry take over. Oh look, the fake infantry, the fake legionnaires are running from our silver shield heroes of doom. The enemy general is routing. Good. So that is indeed the battle sorted. So yes, that's the first bit done. Now, where is the edge of the battlefield? Oh, we're actually right on the edge of the battlefield. Didn't realise we were quite that close. Wasn't trying to go against the wall here, but I don't mind it if it's just how we end up. Just trying to see if I can get this just a little bit closer. That'll do. Yeah, get yourself into position. General, just mop them up. That'll be a-okay. Oranges, yeah. Okay, so that wasn't necessarily ideal because we got a bit wangled dealing with the first unit, but it's fine. Right, archers, you're not really supposed to be over there. Maybe get yourselves back into the battle, into the right place. That's fine. Camels, just go and cover this. General is charging them down. They got tempted by him. Get yourself back, Alexander, the Great Conqueror. Well named, of course. And yeah, we'll... You know, I'm just going to stretch these guys out. It's fine. We'll just plug that completely, but since we're here already, bring these guys a bit closer. And if they want to take us on, they are welcome. Okay, so cavalry auxilia coming on in. They are trying to go a little bit onto the flank, but that's absolutely fine at this point. I'm going to send these guys over to this direction. But we should just be landing our missiles on them at this stage. Archers are into position. Legionnaires are not quite going to throw him. Not quite in range. Interesting. These guys just keep shooting. That's your job. They are trying to get around us here just by being wider. Which is probably why it wasn't the worst idea to be quite wide as we were in the first place. Nonetheless, let's aim for that Roman armoured general if you can at all. I'm just going to send the general to go and deal with these auxilia, just push them out of the battlefield. I feel confident enough that he is fine. Get the camels over here, thank you. And you're just covering that position while these guys run across there. That's fine by me. These guys are kind of right in the front line, which is amusing. But we will, yeah, I think we'll be fine. Just clearing these lads out. Okay. So you've got to be able to do a good Aussie accent to replace... Place legend. Oh dear, that's not one of my better ones if I'm honest. I always think of bring back to Crash Bandicoot. There was a classically awful accent in that one for Dingo Dial. So will I do that at some point? Maybe I will. Dingo Dial's the name. Right, let's have a little look. See, the javelins are doing their work. The Silver Shield Pikes are doing their work. Look at these terrible fake legions. Absolutely useless. Failing abound. Now, these guys are still trying to shoot at the general. Not doing a great job. This Praetorian cohort, by the way, how are they going to do? They're going to take on the Oninger. Just walking into spikes. Oh, it's lovely. Just go and grab ourselves a screenshot of that. The fake legions... The true legions. What's my general doing, by the way? Has he won that battle? Oh, no, he's got caught by some Principe. That's fine. You know what? I think you guys have got that. Come on, you've got it. Right, you lads, throw in your javelins. I'm going to send these guys out here as well. And hopefully Alexander won't randomly die at this point of the campaign, taking on a Principe. It'd be a bit embarrassing, but it could happen, you know, because his camels aren't going to last forever. They are getting chopped down, I think. There we go, broken them into the cavalry auxilia. You'll be fine, probably. Those guys are coming over there. General, take care of the general with our legions. Thank you very much. In come the silver shields. In come the silver shields. In come the silver shields. And he runs away. Archers, shoot the coward down. And Alexander has won his battle there. He's been brave, damn it, and he's done the job. You know what your job is now, sir? Chase him. Actually, no, the camels can chase him down. Your job, sir, is to come and help your silver shields by smashing the fake early legionary cohort. Oh, it's nice to have the proper army on the field. Nice to have them here. It's just those armoured war elephants. We need those guys to finish the business, damn it. So, don't think we'll be able to chase it down very well because we didn't bring any cavalry to this party, apart from the general and those camels. Camels sadly are a bit badly sacrificed at this point. They can retire off into the sunset, but they did do a great job there. They took on Principe, they took on some cavalry auxilia. To be honest, that's about all you can ask of them, is to try and match those lads. So fair enough. Rest of my silver shields probably should be charging down, but it is what it is at this point. We'll just onager them to death. Imagine running from a battle and you get killed by flaming onager shot. And actually, if it does land outside, it totally will still count as a kill. So it's fine. Although I'm a little bit concerned about the general now being killed after all of this campaign. So probably best that we just kind of don't do that anymore. Thank you very much. Okay. Pixelated Apollo is almost 1 million subs. Yes, although he's stopped a few years ago as well. Has he done anything recently? Because he did stop a while back too. But yeah, obviously between the two of them going, they're the two kind of massive ones. Prince of Macedon was never that big. He stopped quite a bit earlier, obviously, but he was also, you know, one of the early guys. So Legend very rarely do anything else other side, anything else, especially outside sponsorship. You should make a disaster campaign battle series to fill the gap. Yeah, I mean, if people think they want to see more of that, then feel free to send me things. I'll give them a go. I can't promise that I'll do them competently, but I can promise that we'll have some fun with them nonetheless. So that'll be interesting. I enjoy watching his live streams. Try to catch yours more often. Well, we should be more regular with them now as well, just because of my life situation means I should be more free to do so. And quite often my partner works the weekends as well, which means that, you know, if she's not around, then I might as well do a live stream. So, yeah, works for me. And sometimes I'm just trying to ignore the football result because I can't sometimes stand it. Sometimes you've just got to distract yourself for a few hours and hope the result went your way. So there we go. All right then. This economy is crashing. Yeah, I lined up way too much on my in-between turns. It should recover in the next few turns as we lose a few more men and we stop spending all our money like crazy. And also a lot of the infrastructure had been built will be the economic stuff, because we built a lot of military stuff through this campaign. I normally focus a lot more on economics than I have, but you can see there's a few dockyards in there. There's a few more like irrigations, things like that going on. That should mean we're in a better position. Also, I'm kind of staggered that Dacia haven't declared war. I mean, we do have very, very heavily fortified borders with them, just because that's where we finished the Thrace War, and also where I've kind of, you know, blocked things off. But in general, yeah, they seem to be quite chill with me. We don't seem to be able to have an alliance because of previous diplomacy, but they aren't attacking, so that is something. They've also got Noricum, which is of interest to me. There are no mercs I can hire. I'm going to need to send whatever I can over there. That's fine because, yes, Aristarchus the Conqueror, 82. How is he still alive? I love it. He's an energetic lad. Indeed he is. He's still here with us. Okay. Get that wall done. That's fine. The economy is somewhat in the ruins. Oh, they've got us under siege. That's a shame. I'm going to have to kill you now, sir. So, this kind of did the job already. What do I want to do with them? But we do have this army as well. So you know what? I'm going to ask you to besiege the town. That'll be fine. And I might just actually tell this army, just merge. I might just tell them just to step back. And we'll just let this army kind of do it, actually. So that'll be fine. Actually, we can't do it right now because he doesn't have the onager. Do you have a gap in your army? Do you want to just take the onager and smash it up? Yeah, you take them. And we'll just do it that way. I just don't want to wreck the good army here. So we'll burn that down as well. Lovely stuff. You, my good sir, yeah, you can rejoin your army. He, for some reason, wants to take us on. He must have no movement points. Oh, that's grand. Okay, you move in that direction. We also have the elephant turn up now. So actually, yes, you come and join us with the elephant. I did say the camels can retire. So they can indeed retire. And okay, you come here just to... yes, just merge with him. That'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so our red team has now fallen as well. I wasn't really planning on smashing up. Look at all this basic infrastructure no one's got. Absolutely silly. We'll just get these guys retrained as well. That's marvellous. And I think we do need to do a little bit of smashing on some of these guys. You... Yeah, just go and grab that army. We will have to go and beat him up, unfortunately, for that guy. It is just what it is. You get your legionaries over there. This is down to 4. I forgot about that. Yes, we've got a few turns just to get ourselves in position to finish these guys off. So I'm always losing this boat. Is it this one? I believe it is, yes. You get yourselves that far. Okay, we're almost there. We've almost arrived. One day we will arrive. Land over there and we'll put them under siege to finish up. There was a force over here wandering into the desert. That's fine. You can do what you want, lad. We got an awful lot of generals with like great experience, but because I sent them out with chariot armies to go and clear off rebels, it does a very good job. Also, there was a diplomat we had to go kill. What was his name? Aglis of Iconium. He needs to die, so we're going to send the surviving assassin off to deal with him. And Segesta did lose a lot of its army, but not all of it. So we did lose one of our chariot armies, unfortunately. We do need to like clear this guy out. So I'm just going to auto-resolve. Wow. Yeah, the auto-resolve was happy enough to give us that victory as well. How does it do this time? It still wins, even though it said the bar was really low and very unlikely. So even with like the chariot army, you can just auto-resolve your way. It's so silly. Okay. This time, I mean, we lost a lot of the army there, but it's fine. We'll put it under siege and we'll just see what they want to do. It's okay. We're going to send these guys after them afterwards anyway. You can keep on plodding on. So, things have chilled out a little bit here. Wouldn't mind sending my elephants along. Oh, there's the elephant army. Yeah, you go join the elephant army. Now, I've accidentally taken over Italy as well from the Julii. As I say, Epilogue will go finish them off if you want to go do that. But we are now about one turn away. There we go. Here's a little force that's landed. We've got more. And we've got the main force. Was there anyone else? Don't believe so. So that is fine. Okay. Probably just another end turn or two. And we'll take the last couple cities in Italy and we'll finish off the Scipii. And I think that will be how we can finish off this. Okay, they're going to take us on. Let's see how much this amount of chariots can do. Let's see if they can do it. 228 BC, the first year of the First Great Depression. Yeah, we're kind of negative, but we'll be fine. It's okay. Not sending to compare amount of non-total war stuff to Pixel Apollo, but he did. A bold strategy, Cotton. The Hill of Doom. There's always a Hill of Doom. You've got to utilise the Hill of Doom. I feel like we've done this battlefield a few times today. So, we'll get ourselves over here. They are right there. So I'm going to say we should aim straight for the general in the middle. Apart from you, sir. You're already very weak from the last battle. So don't do that. But if we can just kind of, you know, get a good healthy charge into these units at the front, we'll probably just rout them. So we'll see how it goes. The chariots is all about kind of momentum, isn't it? Got to get your momentum, get a rout, get another rout, get all the routs, get a victory. Done. So I'm expecting that to be what happens here, at least for the first army. Not sure about the second army. Roman cavalry needs to come on in and get itself slaughtered. You pile into here somewhere, whatever's not fleeing. There we go. Okay. So once again, chariots doing their work, as ever you can say. Disaster campaigns are a good shout. I think they could be a good vehicle for structured explanation of game mechanics, exploits, and idiosyncrasies. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. It's something that we generally sort of discuss on the channel, if not always like normally like the guide vise, or occasionally when they come up in like the series. But yeah, that could be a good way of doing that, actually. So a good shout there. You underestimate my gravitas. Fair enough. Is this a nerd place? They say to nerd is to human. I have heard that as well. I have heard that phrase. It must have been a great genius and a very humble one who said it too. Okay, so there's that as well. Room 2, very, very sad face. Yeah, it is what it is. There are good things about it. It did do quite a lot of good recovery work, but it's hard to forget. It's hard to forget how that was released and the deep sadness it left us all. They're winded, so I'm just going to say, guys, just kind of recover for a moment. Yeah, just stop. Just stop. That's absolutely fine. Room 2 is my favourite. It's fair enough, to be fair. There's plenty of like good things about it, but yeah, I find like when I came from this game, there was just the battles were quite different. Just didn't really work the same way for me. And obviously, as I say, the launch was always a bit of a thing for me. One just seemed to be having an unerring ability to make my general catch fire. Yeah, just generally end in a bit of a splat, I find as well. Can happen from time to time. So we are winded right now, which is not a good place to be as a chariot army. If I'm honest, we need to do that. Press forward and hope. Is there another way to play? Never. That is basically it. Although I would like to do a slow campaign at some point to maybe give a chance to like see how the map develops a bit more. I'm just going to let these guys get away, sod it. I won't let these other guys get away though. They're right there. You might as well die. You guys can die to the general. So we are back to warmed up with some of them, which is good. Who is any warmed up? You're warmed up. You're warmed up. Warmed up. Warmed up, warmed up, warmed up. Winded. Okay, good. Now, this is very, very battered. A lot of this is what we've already killed. So I'm just going to say I think we're fine to just sort of charge on it. I'm going to focus on one side just to try finish them off. But I will say we do need to get a couple units into this area as well. So charge yourselves in. Okay, those chariot armies basically portable buzzsaws. Yes, they kind of are. It's quite ridiculous. I tell you what, I was, you know what? I've got images now of. Is it Near Automata with the massive buzzsaws, like the right at the start of the game that sort of try and chop you up. I've got images of that now, just in Rome Total War fashion. Roman legions just chopped down by Near Automata style buzzsaws. Absolutely marvelous. It's just the vision we all need on a Sunday night. Right, you can just chop up whatever remains over here. You hit that guy. Everyone else kind of needs to focus on mopping up the rest. You're running into my general, so you get to die. Well done. And no, actually, you're charging him. Okay, interesting. Having a go. I don't mind you taking him on. If you want to try and take him on, you take on this lad. And I would say, yeah, I'd say at this point we've largely done the job here. A couple of units that are still fighting, we're just getting a bit bogged down in the centre. Just a couple of them. But by and large, job's been done. 7. You're taking on legionary cavalry. Down to 2 they are, but they're still fighting, so fair enough to them. Fair enough, lads. You're doing a good job. So the chariots are inside the city. Yeah, those chariots of the city did about what you'd expect them to do in the city, which is not terrible and then terrible as soon as they rout. Because as soon as they run amok, they just wreck all the others and they all run amok. It is quite funny, but a bit of a waste. It's the kind of thing that happens on a live stream when we just we don't have time to spend 30 minutes hanging outside the city waiting for them to not attack me in a Sally battle. We're just going to have to be stupid and let it happen, which is fine. I don't mind it when we're already on top. 82 years young, built the empire from scratch indeed. He's very early on. We did lose our first general to being squashed by an elephant, so I believe he's emperor number 2, sorry, king number 2. But yeah, aside from that, I believe he might be only the second one. Does anyone remember? Is he just my second king? Is he generally that it? We've got 60 settlements, and we're still on that guy. I don't know why he's got to live so long. I think we've been so aggressive that we've never had enough generals, so the game's just been nice and let me keep him. But I do love him. It's great to have him. We are just going to plough them into the sea at this point. Yeah, they've decided they don't want to be ploughed into the sea. Guys, are you okay? You can't go this way. You can try. I don't think the game will let you, though. It's not a river, so you can't get into it and drown. No, they're gone. Apparently, there's still someone else fighting. Are you going to drown? Is any chariot going to drown himself? Oh, please let someone drown. It'll be quite funny. How far can you go? No further. Shame. Shame. Okay, you try and get yourself over there. Who is still alive? Some people are still alive. They've managed to not drown themselves. This guy's still trying to drown himself, which is a bit of a shame. It's just a ballista. Oh, there's a ballista at the back. Oh, units, charge the ballista, damn it. How do we let this fly? So these guys are going to shred those light auxilia. Sorry, lads. It's just how it needs to go. Yeah, speaking of slow campaign, I remember one where I wanted to play as Credonia. Anyone else like to play as Metrobius? Metrobius, you might need to explain in a minute there, sir. Sometimes a bit of a brain fart, to be fair, when we're doing live stream. Got a few too many things going through my brain. Right, there we go. Lovely stuff. But yeah, building a slow build campaign is really nice. It's a nice change of pace to be able to do that. Last like one man who needs to die here. That would be excellent. I basically started as Thrace, built a bunch of peasants, captured it, sold on my continental territories, developed a city, ended up a constant stream of taking out Roman fleets. Sounds about right, yeah. The problem with doing like we try and be small is that people do just attack you, obviously. If you can get enough power, you might have seen on my SPQR campaign, on the pacifist run, that if you can be strong enough, you won't get attacked, you know. Was that Numidia? No. Oh, they just had a chat. Okay. Most advanced faction. How are we not? It's interesting. If we make a desert and call it peace, then we really should, at the very least, be the biggest. 6,000 Ecotes. We've just managed to get to 6,000. That's how much it got run into the ground by the Armenians, desperately trying to look after it. So yes, as another point of empire control, 2 chariots pretty much mops up every single peasant you could ever, or every single rebel you could ever see pop up. I've actually got quite a lot of forts around. You're just hanging out in that fort in the middle of the desert. That fort's now going to go. I guess you can rebuild one next turn. That's fine. But yeah, every town, this is probably where all my money went. I basically set up chariots everywhere so that I could go around and just deal with rebels. Might help my economy if we mop up a few of these. That's a camel. This was clearly all my war elephants. You know what? The war elephants can be the rebel. This is one way of crushing revolts, is to send war elephants after them. It would certainly work in the streets, I would say. Oh dear. Hatcher for some reason has managed to avoid the general setup here. Where are my chariots? You know what? I'm going to send... Do I send war elephants after them? No, you know what? We're just going to ignore those peasants. It's too bad. Right, on the plus side, we have now got ourselves here. So, over here we go. I will just send the fleet artificially a bit further, just so that we can actually land there next turn. Damn it. Now, could you do it? I think I got Town Watch there. It's a tiny, pathetic force of nonsense. Oh, you've got to love it. It's so cute. Fine. Alliance has been announced as if it matters. Julii and the Britannics. I'm going to have to go kill the Brutii now. Also, anyone else who's declared war at me has to die in this epilogue, I suppose. At the moment... yeah, at the moment, that's Numidia who have to die. But Britannia, you're going the right way about it as well. This is down to 3. This one's down to virtually nothing actually, because we're just going to go and take it with our force. By the way, did I send the general out, or did the general die? I don't know. Where was my general? The faction leader's here. Was Alexander not in this army? Pausanias the Conqueror. Where is he? Did I send him somewhere else, or is he dead? I'll have to go check this now. Family tree. Clytus the Conqueror. Yeah. Lippius. Obviously he's still alive. Who are you? Some dude who's dead. Who else is dead? Parmenion, you died. Kiliash. Alexander the Conqueror. He died peacefully this turn. I must have skipped the messages. Oh no, that's sad. One of our first generals. So yeah, actually Antiochus died peacefully, so maybe it was our faction heir or one of the other faction guys who died in battle. Yeah, you sound like the guy who died in Thebes. Okay, yeah, so we are actually on our second faction leader here. But yeah, sad. It's a bit of a shame that Alexander hasn't managed to make it all the way here. Alexander the Conqueror, yep. Well, his older brother is still king. He obviously thought he'd be king one day, but he never did get to be. This guy Demetrius died in 264. Might have been him who died in Thebes. I'm not sure. Anyway, his army has now, well, has to go do some work for him by smashing up this town. Lovely stuff. Down he goes. And that is the Romans kicked out of Italy. Good. Wasn't really planning on doing that today, but it's accidentally happened. So that's fine. So I'm going to say send... What else do we have? Send some chariots outside this town. Why not? If they want to go die in Capua, they can. So I think we're now, yes, I think we'll just finish up for this this series here in the live streams by finishing off the Scipii. I thought they might want to sally forth. It's not going to go well, lads. So down you go. They want an alliance. You know what? If anyone wants to be my friend, you get to live. I bet they have no settlements today. Ceasefire. They want me to give them money for it. That's not how this works. You know what? You can give me money. Because apparently my economy's in the toilet. I did 36,000 now. You see no reason to end the fighting. That doesn't make much sense, but okay. So, Suggester. Rioting. Did you riot on my good units? That's disgraceful. Okay, probably should have sorted that out before we buggered off. Technical term, of course. Rome probably should be building its next temple because I've been doing none of that. And it's all fine. I suppose Mediolanum is full of random units. We'll send one of the peasants. Pete's sake. We would send the peasants there. But there we go. They did it. Excellent stuff. So Numidia and the Scipii are now allies. That's hilarious. Germania and Seleucid Empire are now allies too. Faction announcements. Probably someone else dead. I should have checked after the last one. I'm really sad Alexander didn't quite make it all the way to the end. It's a bit of a shame, but we do have Aristarchus the Conqueror. He's still here at 83. Isn't that just beautiful? And has he picked up anything else? He's picked up poor farmer, poor trader. You know what? You're 83, sir. You don't need to worry about that. Let someone else do it. Can't someone else do it? So, in come some random forces. In comes a big chunky army. This guy wanted to prove himself, so he gets the chance. So, I think we will bring in this guy to help us out in what is their last attack. It's fine. This guy can just hang around. There's also a random general over here. Emlico Berenice. Fine. Are we still allies with... Yeah, we're still allies with Carthage. As for Germany, we've got a good old three-way alliance. Isn't that beautiful? They are enemies of Dacia, though, which doesn't bode well for the epilogue. No. But Dacia allies with Britannia. Okay, fine. That's already... So there is a bit of a World War situation going on here. But it's fine because we clearly are going to win the World War. So there is no issue to worry about. Okay. I think then we are down to our final battle of the day. So we will save up here. It's probably worth just having a quick look-see, actually. just at some of the list scrolls, not that one. The ranking scrolls. Can we pick the top 5 factions? It's probably not very many now. Shall I put the Brutii, Scipii, and the Julii on there? Spain, for some reason, are still vaguely relevant. We'll put Dacia on here because they've been pretty solid. Okay. So military ranking, the Julii being crushed, I am much better. In terms of production, yes, so you can see this is where my money went. Here's a live stream, here's not a live stream or something like that. Because yes, I basically got a lot of money and spent it all lined up on a massive pile of troops. So territory ranking, we've pretty much always been the best. No one's ever got above 12 other than us. Financial ranking, I generally spend my money, so it never really gets above 40,000. 40,000 is a key number to remember because I think that's in the game files where that's where you start getting all the bad money sort of traits. So just having a bit of water, but yeah, that's where you get the bad money traits from. So I try and keep it under 40 grand if I can. Population ranking, oh, that's lovely. Julii population disappearing. Apparently, don't know how that happened. So there we are. Everyone else is so insignificant that I don't think it matters really looking at that. So our last hero then, a budding young lad who wants to prove himself. This is an empire of magnificently powerful generals. It's worth bearing in mind that, like, we have 30-year-olds called the Conqueror. You know, we've had so much conquering to do. This guy, no one even knows who he is. He's the guy in Carthage, but he's a magnificent commander as well. Okay, everyone is pretty darn good. This guy's in Salona. He's actually not had too much of a career. But, you know, there are some guys here or there who have done lots. Broccoli, good old Broccoli. Where are you these days, sir? Let's go find Mr. Broccoli. Oh, yes, you're laying down watchtowers. We couldn't finish the game today without finishing our Corsican watchtower. Sardinian watchtower, but that one's near Corsica. So that's the Corsica watchtower. Okay, time to head in. I think this is where we finish up this short campaign, as I say. They've got the Town Watch. Excellent. We were discussing Town Watch earlier. Poor morale. They can sap. Well done, lads. You can be crushed by walls. Let's head on in. Absolutely fine. So anyway, I think the Seleucids generally go from Antiochus to Aristarchus to Alexander. Generally, I think that's the case, yeah. So Alexander never quite made it, but he was the great conqueror. He has been marvellous. So an amazing, surprising amount of fun playing Warhammer 1 Total War, the different factions, different mechanics, quite cool. Yeah, I mean, I certainly see how, particularly if you're a Warhammer fan, like how amazing like playing Total War would be to bring all that to life like that. Magnificent stuff. I've never played that much just because it's almost like too overwhelmingly, like I just don't know the lore, you know. So I can find it can be a bit overwhelming if you don't know any of it. The hilarious thing is, it's a small town. We can just honour them to death. It's going to be spectacularly stupid. So I'm going to say speed this up for a moment. In fact, this is like classic early game where we can just A just flies open anyway. But this is classic early game where I can just shovel my archers over here and we can just shoot them with the archers. It's going to be great. Okay, you just shoot the next bit over here. One of you can shoot this tower, to be fair. There's not one on that tower for some reason. But yeah, just send the archers forward and start shooting at them. I love it. It's right. This is the kind of thing you do right at the start of the game. Just pile archers forward, start shooting them down. So down goes another wall, down goes the tower. And I'm going to say, sir, aim at the general. He doesn't get to live. He gets to be shot down by the onagers. So we haven't really seen too much of the archers in this game. Their archers are a bit basic, but they do the job. It's nice to have archers, unlike Carthage. Bloody fools. So in we go then. Town Watch. Oh, look at their great. They look way too cool to be as terrible as they are. Like, these guys look so great in their capes. You've got to love capes. Oh, there's some dogs over here. If we can get... This is where I should have elephants. I was going to say, yeah, the flaming shot down this corridor is going to be amazing, but an elephant charging along here, that would be the greatest thing of them all. I think, actually, when Miniaturino did his Seleucid series, live stream series, actually, I think it's the very last episode. He has... It might be this town. I don't know. he has elephants taken on, I think it's one of the Romans, and they plough through the street, and it is just spectacular. It's 1,000 men just sent flying into the sky, and the hysterics is just out of this world. I might have to go back and watch that later. It's one of my favourite things from his channel, particularly when it comes to Total War stuff. Absolutely spectacular. Okay, we're going to see how much fun we can have with the catapults here, because we might as well. There are reinforcements. I think I might be in control of them though, sadly, so we won't get extra in regards to that. Aim at the peasants with the catapult. Why not? Cretians are going to shoot across. You guys shoot across. You guys drown them. Oh, lovely. So yes, in come the missiles into their back. Principe not happy at all. And in terms of the streets, we've got things burning down. We can actually burn down this entire city. Maybe we should have just burnt down the entire city. That might have been a good way to finish this, actually. So we can miss. We can try missing. We'll miss a little bit and burn things down. That'll be fine. Speed it up a little bit. Set them on fire. Yeah. Just start hitting everything with flaming missiles, and hopefully the archers can do much of the same in a moment or two. That's another building. Thank you very much. Hit another building. And to be honest, we'd probably just like to hit everyone like this anyway, so we might as well. At this point, though, we are making it a little bit easier to hit the Roman general. So I was going to say, now we start aiming for him again. Absolutely magnificent. So in he comes. He's going to try and do something. Sadly, they're not more experienced. They were more experienced. We could do some really good work here, because it definitely does aid accuracy. But if they can just manage the straight shot down this street, then we'll be in very, very good news. Ooh. Fortunately, the debris is just saving them. I'm going to get one of them to change angle slightly, because I feel like the straight shot is struggling. This is going to be good. Oh, that's what we want, baby. So, isn't that just good? This one looks good. Flaming. Oh, how did it hit the gap in between everyone? That's absolutely ridiculous. Keep shooting at him. Keep shooting at him. We've totally got this. Totally got it. Keep making your shots land in the middle. All your bases belong to us. Please do not attack, except we will attack. It was great diplomacy by Namidia. Thanks for streaming, Kenan B810. I recognise your name from many comments. Thank you, sir. Let's say we got a little bit more to finish here. This looks like a good one. Ooh, not quite. I could have brought the whole onager army, actually. That could have been a fun way of doing it. Maybe we'll do an onager army on the... Oh, is there anywhere? Yeah, maybe Serta has to die that way. We can bring an onager army to drown them. Fine. Alright, it might be time to bring in the legionaries soon. Get the archers into position here. Just going to get two of you just to run on into this position. Soldiers have captured the walls. Yeah, just make sure that my archers are safe for Rooney. For some reason I'm speaking like Ned Flanders now. That's just how this goes. And I'm going to say, Cataphracts, we haven't seen much from you today. Companions, haven't seen too much from you today. So we will start running in a few men. And we'll just start plugging up the street here. Okay, so they are indeed going to come forward. Companions, clear them out. Oh no, they're sending dogs against my archers. Rude. Not the archers, no, they're so cheap and basic. They actually are going to be in quite a bit of trouble here, actually. I think the infantry might be arriving, though, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, infantry are arriving, so we should pikemen. They're only going to do damage to the dogs. As ever, my nemesis is the dogs. In the files, Numidian archers are Carthaginian archer. Indeed, they are. They probably were planning on having them, but decided for some reason not to have them. But hey ho, it is what it is. They are Carthaginian in terms of their what do you call it? In terms of their culture. So in that sense, it makes slightly more sense. But yeah, these guys are having a bit of trouble here. They're going to little bit eaten. Their food's getting all cold and eaten until the flaming onager shots come and land on you. Oh yeah. So keep shooting at the general. Companion's going to pile in. Let's send in the cataphracts. That'll be lovely. So in they come. This isn't really the best way of using these guys, but the companions, I have friends, so we're all going to come on in and charge and take them down. Roman army general, by the way. Ooh, we're going to say it's 72. Quite a lot left. That was an impressive shot over this building, by the way. Good work, lads. Good work. Yeah, get the general in. Get there, and you know what? At this point, I'm just going to say, all men, attack the general. Just get yourself in there, it's fine. Some of the companions are running away. That's sad. They probably got hit by my own flaming onager shot, like someone there just clearly did as well. But it's all fine. We'll, I have a feeling that actually this isn't going quite so well. Right, get on top of those Hastati. General likewise on top of the Hastati, but we are going to get the infantry in at this point. Ooh, we definitely just hit our own men. Onagers, you're supposed to hit in the general and not us. Thank you very much. So, you get yourself onto phalanx mode. Get yourself onto phalanx mode. I'm going to start getting into the general this way. Alright, fine. He wants to come and take us on in the street. We will take him on in the street. General, get yourself behind. You are obviously the hero. You pulled him in like a genius, but now the phalanx needs to engage them. So, phalanxes ahoy. Down he goes. That was a brutal one. Okay, yeah, guys, get your phalanxes down. Oh, he's not going to like that. There's still flaming missiles above our head. The music is loud and dooms. Always love a good Simpsons reference. Yes, indeed. Indeed, we cannot say no to a good Simpsons reference. Onto 51. He's not losing that many. He's not losing that many. We are still trying to run our archers behind. Poor archers. They got themselves killed. But it's fine. Cataphract. That's not a cataphract. That's a catapult. Same difference, obviously. Get your phalanxes in properly. They're a little bit wonky from walking into this very tight city, and they're all routing. It's a bit like Thebes all over again. This is always the way you need to finish a campaign, with lots and lots of silliness. General will try and pile in if his moment comes. It's fine. If you guys want to like not route through all of our friends, that'd be really nice. But as it turns out, it's just going to be a big mess. I quite like the big mess here at the end. It's good. Get the rest of them in if they can squeeze into the town. You guys, alternative weapon, please. They're throwing javelins into their own men. We definitely just did a big hit there with the flaming missile. Oh yes. So yes, in come the cataphracts with their big shiny maces. Chunky, chunky, chunky. Very good stuff. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, I wish I had elephant to plough through here. The elephant would be so good. A bit disappointed with the companions getting themselves murdered at the end. It's not really like to. It's not really the ideal situation for them, but it is what it is. Blow the horn of destiny, sir. Just try and get some of the nonsense to stop happening. Unfortunately, it just is a bit. It's just how it is right now. Okey poke. So, can we take him down? Down to 11. General, time for your heroic charge. Get yourself in there. Let it be you who does it. There are flaming onager bolts coming over your head. It's fine because they are now done. We finished it. Even the Cretan archers are getting into the fun. The Cretan archers will be part of it. Julianus Vatinius wants to be a member of this great campaign. But can you see the difference? At the start of this campaign, this rout at the gate would have meant everyone would have ran away. But no, our proper units are going to take him down. Indeed, the general and the cataphracts did it together. All units, start ploughing forward. We've got them. We've totally got them. It's a starty. It's kind of fun that we're bringing in our it's not the legions, but we're bringing in our high tier units here at the end, and they are in this backwater with Town Watch, the odd Principe as their best unit. It's kind of fitting, really, isn't it? Oh yes, always find companions a little disappointed compared to cataphracts. They are hammer and anvil. They're just there for the charge, very powerful charge. But they're really not there for hand to hand. Yeah, the cataphracts make more sense by and large, I find. I generally would just use them. General gonna die. General's fine, mostly. Go on top of the Principe if you can, lad. Alternative weapons where possible. He might die, but you know what? He's a young lad. He's here to prove himself, and maybe he can become a conqueror. Maybe he can end the Scipii. That would be heroic for him. He has killed Flavius Scipio. They do have another general out and about, so he does need to actually conquer the town. There is a reinforcement force, of course, who could, in theory, actually make it. None of the forces have managed to escape yet, because it's been too difficult kind of getting through it all. Fair play to these Pringabe, by the way, because they've held out a long time, he says, as they rout. Oh, dear. Right. General. That's fine. Cataphracts. Give him a charge. Charge. I think they're too knackered. Yeah, look at that charge. Finally achieved late game catharsis with our best units. Indeed, we're back in the situations that for many, many a siege have so badly gone wrong. But now we come out with Cataphracts, Companions, and Silver Shield Pikemen, and they deliver, damn it. Get in there, smash them now. Okay, so at this point, all units, get yourself in there. Honour your men, get yourself in there. We've got them under control. Is the general going to get himself killed? He might do, you know. It still could happen. So get yourself out to the flank. Oh, this guy's doing a flanking manoeuvre of his own. Well done, Mr. Cataphract. You're supposed to get your lance down, but you did it. So yes, into the town watch. General's in position. That's a pole I'm clicking on currently, not him. Okay, charge yourself in, sir. Blow the horn of destiny. Now, in we go. And yes, we'll just see if he dies to these units at the end. He shouldn't, but we are a bit short on men. There's only a few men in here. Get yourself back, sir, for another charge. We can leave these guys to do some mace, some good old mace work. And yeah, maces versus capes. That guy just ran straight through and knocked him over. He's getting up though. Fair play. I'd probably give up if I were you at this point. Go and find a dead Seleucian man and a Seleucid man, and just take his go a bit hit man. Take his clothing. Pretend to be one of them for the day. You'll be fine. The Cretians have arrived. Take down their peasants. Damn it! Oh, the Brutii revenge on the Scipii here. Or that's kind of how it looks. Well, the Cataphracts are running away. Some of them are. Some of them are running away, and the other guys are running away because they thought it was a tactic. No, they're just running. At this point, it's the Cretians, damn it. Everyone get in. General is indeed going to pile into the back. Ooh. Yeah, straight down to 2. They are dead. This guy going a bit mental there. But I think we finally managed to just about finish them off. I think the infantry have finally arrived. Well done, infantry. You're a little bit late, but you've done your work before now, so I'll let you have it. Peasants down to 30 or so. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. General, line up for one last charge on the peasants. I think that's only fitting that the peasants get to be demolished. So turn around again, and we will blow the horn of destiny one last time to smash the peasants. Oh, nice job, sir. You may not be the greatest hero of all time, but you've at least written your name into the history books as the man who ended the Romans. Ptolemus Sidates. Yes, indeed. We picked up well, it's a long time since we took out the Ptolemies, but we have taken them down. Excellent stuff. 2 experience gained. You can't say he doesn't earn it. Finally, we achieved late game catharsis. Indeed, I've remastered with Surrectum mod. Massive map. Yeah, there are some massive map mods around. We can maybe cover some map mods eventually. Enslave the population. All good. All good. So, turn that to low tax rate. And we might consider like disbanding some people here. Yeah, that's why we bought peasants. We'll disband. They're not too upset, so that's fine. We can at least grow the town in time. So there we are. Faction destroyed the house of the Scipii. Of course, the Romans aren't completely dead. They took out the Scipii anyway. Shield bearer. That suggests that he ran out of the battle a lot. He got involved. He just came in and out of the battle sensibly. But anyway, you normally get that when you sort of you normally get the sword bearer from battles where you do lots of fighting, and shield bearer sometimes maybe if you kind of avoid the fighting too much. But anyway, useful. He's up to 3 XP. So there we go. We are on to 67 regions controlled. Not quite nice, but nice enough, I would say. Capra also fell last time. We should probably get some actual like men rather than chariots into the town. I'm sure they'll be relaxed then. Indeed, they will. Well, this has been a magnificent series. It's been long, but yeah, yes, it's taken us a year to do this live stream series, but as I say, live streams will be more regular now, like these last two have been. There's currently a vote on the channel for the next live stream series, whether it'll be Dacia, whether it'll be Spain, whether it will be Numidia is in your hands. As far as I'm aware, currently, it is very much the case that it's slightly going in the favour of Dacia. I'm just looking up now. Dacia 38%, Numidia 36%. It's still close, and I am not calling that when it's that close right now. If it stays stupidly close, I will do a runoff vote later in the week, maybe like Wednesday or something, to see basically people who voted Spain can reallocate their vote, kind of thing. At the moment, there are, how many votes is that? 3.8 thousand votes. Yeah, nearly 4,000 votes on that. And we still need 2% between Dacia and Numidia. So pretty tight. So if you feel strongly about Numidia, get in there because, yeah, if I would say if Dacia can make it to 40%, I probably will call it there. But if it's only like 2 or 3% like it has been, we might have to do a runoff vote. I'm interested to see how that goes because that's very tight indeed right now. So do go and have a little look at that vote if you want to get involved in the next series. As I say, there'll be a campaign strategy and battlefield tactics guide for this later in the month. I've got a few videos in the pipeline. There are several that it could be next. It might be this one coming up next. We've got a little bit of public order trouble going on. So there might well be a little bit of a mop-up just to kind of deal with our enemies in this world. Maybe we should talk of the fog of war. Just see what's actually going on. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time you do it. Okay, so Spain are literally the original 4 settlements. How has that happened? How has that happened? That's mental. Okay. So Spain neutral in everything, by the way. I'm intrigued by this now. Where is Spain? Spain are enemies of Carthage, but other than that, they're neutral. So if Carthage get destroyed, then I suppose at the very least that makes everything a bit more balanced. I doubt there's anyone on Parma, so I think the Julii are about to end Carthage, so they might need to deal with that. It'd be funny. Britain have never even taken Ireland. They're busy making allies with like my enemies. Also, they've allied with the Julii, presumably to do with me, but that's kind of their natural territory expansion as well. They're also allied with Dacia. So Julii really only have these 2 German settlements and then Iberia that they can kind of take because they've kind of allied themselves to their other borders, which is interesting, I suppose. They're having some fun over here. I guess they're friends, but I don't know how well that's going to go for them. Fine, okay, well, we've still got Numidia surviving. I managed to take out Rome in time. Dacia doing well. Dacia often do well. The funny thing is, if we play Dacia, this is the complete opposite of what we're going to do. Yes, it's all rebel territories you can take, but like, yeah, don't go for the rebel territories. I tried that when I was 15. That did not go well. You can expand quickly and then your armies are stretched and you get attacked by everyone. It's funny, but it's not particularly competent. If you do play Dacia, we'll go take Thrace and we'll basically play the Thrace campaign. But you know, we do have slightly different units for that. We'll go a bit more archer heavy because we get some very early archer warbands and early falksmen. There we go. The Norman invasion one for Barbarian invasion was great fun. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever looked at that one. Sounds intriguing. Dacia, Spain, Numidia, the best rosters in the game. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, I picked the 3 best rosters for the vote. That is, of course, exactly what that was about. So, yes, I would say that is where we leave this for now. We might well, though, have a bit of an epilogue. See, there's still 42 people watching here today. That is absolutely marvellous. Lovely to have you. I think you actually got above 50 at some point, so that might be about as high as we've been on the channel live streams. Normally around 25, 30, so yeah, looking good today. Thank you very, very much for joining me on the channel in the coming week. We've got one more historical battle coming up on Monday and Thursday. We'll have the AI-only version of it on the Monday where we do a bit of history, and then the general point of view camera where I play very hard as the general's camera, which is tricky. If you haven't done that, do give it a try. The week after that, we'll start a brand new series, which I have now started to record, so I won't completely give it away. But yes, a brand new series the week after next. So the last week of January, we'll be starting that. We, as I say, I did make a mod guide earlier today. Don't know when that'll be out. It might be that I put it behind guides for this. but I do plan on having those before too long. Disaster battles were discussed a little bit earlier, so if people have disaster files they want to send, sure, let's have a go at some of those. They could be of interest for sure. Otherwise, we've got the Thursday features on the discussion poll if you want to look at on the discussion thread. If you want to, see some of the older stuff on the channel that you might have missed if you're trying to, go through the older stuff on the channel. And Saturday, there's always a poll. Do look out for that. As I say, we might have to do a runoff poll if it's still super close between Dacia and Numidia. But as I say, 40% for Dacia. I think I'll call it at that. But 38 right now to 36. That's too close to call. So do keep an eye on it. Thank you all very, very much for joining me. It's been magnificent having you along. And thank you particularly because it's been a long live stream series. There might be an epilogue to follow just to mop things up. I do generally like to do a little bit of that. We do have a few elephants over here who need to be getting on with some business. Let's go and spend all my money on those guys because I totally have a running economy right now. Might need to do just a little bit of looking after a bit of administration on this empire while we go kill the Julii. But yes, thank you for joining me. Big thank you, of course, to any of my members or patrons who are here today. I'm not sure I've seen that many of you in the chat, but nonetheless, a big thank you to them. If you do want to join the channel yourself, we do have a membership here on YouTube and on Patreon as well. There's a monthly podcast. If you are tier 2 or 3, you get your names on the end of the videos. And of course, it does help to support what we do here on the channel, so it's very much appreciated. So thank you for joining me. I will catch you in the next couple weekends, I would imagine, for what will most likely be Dacia or Numidia. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Spain will have a magnificent comeback. That would be ridiculous if so, but we shall see. Anyway, I will leave you for now. I'm Thomas, this is notoriously human, and this has been our Seleucid Empire campaign here on Rome Total War. Thank you very much, everyone, and tally ho.